Still you took yours away. Sugar, tell me, why did you take your love? Oh, when mine was here to stay.
Let me talk to you. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna argue. If we acknowledge the problem, then maybe we can solve it, babe. You ain't gotta speak, oh no, please don't bother. The pain too deep between you and me, don't let it go no farther. I respect you like my mother, you love me like your father. We barely knew our parents, so that made our job much harder. By the blind, we both was brought up, no love is what they taught us. We reciprocate the hate we learned, and somehow they still fought us. All we needed was some tender love and care. A crowded room, don't be confused, ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you feel love when you not there. Oh, it ain't fair, you see, I promise I would never push you, never hit you, I will only love you. Yeah. Promise that I got the tat and prove that there can never be another. Yeah. Promise that I got your back and we would never let each other struggle. I honor that you got my back, cause you the brain and baby I'm the muscle, so I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They lost some things along the way, but not each other. They call them. You can put the house in your name, I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name, put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name, put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change, never wanna hear you complain. Yeah, now I respect you like my sister, you trust me like your brother. Our friends have separated, but we still ain't left each other. They talk down because they jealous, move on is what they tell us. When the love is strong, get in your bone, it's known to be rebellious. All we needed was some tender love and care. You call on family, for some ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. You got that love, it's best you keep it, cause it's real. It ain't fair, you see, I promise I would never push you, never hit you, never disrespect you. Promise that it's ever drama, I'm the one that's coming to protect you. Promise that I got your back, and if you ever feeling any pressure, I honor that you got my back, cause we unstoppable when we together, so I trust you. That's why I love you. Yeah. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They left some things along the way, but not each other. They call us the power. You can put the house in your name, I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name, put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name, put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change, never wanna hear you complain.
road. We've all been down before. Better humble yourself before your life gets told. Better humble yourself before your life gets told. Putting down each other while they pointing at our brother. Trying to break us up, so let's just lean to one another. Ain't no giving up, so pass the cup and make it up. Downs, yeah, they get rough. I got your back, it ain't no trouble. Clothes ring around the rosy. Come and get cozy. Y'all down. I see a lot of stones thrown, but they closets ain't closed. Gotta put some time in. Let he who's without sin. 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 Let he who's without sin.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
this to yourself, Pat.
You know why we're not afraid? What? That he's great in turban. Turban's destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that fall. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives know red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
All right, Israel. Shalom. Most High bless. Thank y'all for tuning in for Elder Qanath set the record straight and for our people's edification. Thank y'all. Shalom to everybody out there in the chat. Shalom to the whole F.O.P.E. CUC family. Big salute, King Judah. Special shalom and prayer for our sisters, Star and Lima. We love y'all, queens. Most High bless y'all. Continue to heal, and we will see y'all soon. Go ahead, Elder Qanath.
Well, most High bless, man. Most High feel the same about all our moderators. CUC family, Star and Lima. We just want everybody, man. Love y'all. Most High bless. Yeah. Mr. Star Lima right now, when you said that, you know what I mean? So most High will be seeing them soon. But it was something. I mean, there's a lot we're going to talk about, and I want to play that video of a little later with my dear brother Harakar and Sarnetta conversation, right? But before we do that, that song Battle Cry, man, if that song was played nationwide on a black station, brother, when you start listening to the words of that song, I mean, it's powerful, man, what black people are going through. Black people going through, you know. But as a title of the show, you know, this is the year the doctrine cuts once again, you know.
Right.
But go ahead, Shawshan. I'll be back with you in about another 3 minutes.
You got to say that part. You can't put new wine in old bottles. That's what it's about, family.
Yeah, no doubt. You can't put new wine in old bottles.
Right. So you can't put new wine in old bottles. And basically, family, hopefully this Thursday, me and King Judah will be doing a class on is America Orthodox? Where is the land of the North? Or what is the land of the North? According to the Bible, though. And we're going to pull out biblical, scripture, location, everything that's going to be undeniable to prove what we're going to show. And we even going to go into some Hebrew, and it's going to all make sense after we do this class, after we do this live. Somebody asks, can a live don't please be 6 hours because they need to sleep? I see people just making comments. I don't understand, brother, but we know this video may be a long video because what we bring out, people going to want to come on, even though we know they ain't going to be able to refute it. But it's going to be so hilarious. So hilarious. There's going to be a lot of crying this day. And we're just going to bring out a lot of information, point blank period. A lot of classes, a lot of teachings. And that's how we rocking, family. So we got a lot we're going to do. And we got a nice little show lined up tonight. But shalom to everybody in the chat. Shalom to the whole FOPE CUC family. Thank y'all for tuning in and supporting your brothers. We appreciate it very much. I'm about to send something to your messenger, Qanath, I need though. So just don't pay no mind. I gotta download it to the
Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that we want to bring out, and I know we keep saying it, but
let me say something.
Go ahead.
So, and I was going to take some time off, but I don't need to. So I finished everything I needed to do as far as my studies for my job, dealing with the medical stuff and keeping up on my certifications and everything. So I did that. So I'm clear now. My schedule is back free. So now it's back to the business, back to the teaching, back to the classes, back to the smashing. And all y'all who be out there throwing pop shots at us, you know, trust and believe me, we're listening. To the older brothers who don't want to hear us out, like I said, man, I'm sorry to say, a lot of y'all guys in One West, y'all been misinformed. And a lot of y'all old wine that can't be put in new bottles because you're refusing to do what? You're refusing to go over what you was taught back then. And y'all holding on to old flawed information. That's the issue. But now, as the Lord increasing us, he gave people theirs in their due season. But for me, I realized I don't want to be an old bottle that can't receive new wine. A lot of brothers get stuck in the knowledge. They stay on a routine and they do the same thing over and over and over again. But they don't bring out no classes like how they should for us more information. They not deeper into the knowledge and showing brothers, well, hey, there's some stuff going on here, some stuff going on there. Everything is about regurgitated One West teaching. And that's what I mean by brothers are stuck. They done lost the oil for real. And I don't want my oil to get lost. I want it to be like iron oil. When the cups keep running over, I want the Most High to keep increasing me. I want to keep my studying. You see what I'm saying? So the scripture says, do not be ignorant to anything big or small matter. And a lot of brothers are doing that. And that's why a lot of brothers, it's not going to increase in knowledge. So it's not to boast or brag or disrespect. It's just the truth. Brothers lost the oil because they don't want to listen. Brothers lost the oil because they believed that elders taught them everything right, and what they gave them was great. It was good for that time. And y'all would say, well, why did the Most High allow it? Because he wanted to. He allowed a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna say this: it wasn't all bad that came out the 12 tribe chart. It was bad and it was good, but it was used for a purpose, and it was to fill a prophecy that had to happen. Was it not, Elder Qanath?
Yes, it is.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, he is the mathematician. He is the great architect. He is the master at what he do. Okay, he is the master chess player. He know why he allowed certain things to go on in the nation, why he allowed certain teachings to happen, why certain people was put in certain positions. And we here to teach the truth and clean it up, just like the CUC cleanup crew. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Hey, let me say this real quick too, right? We talking about can't put new wine in old bottles or whatever, right? And this I don't know if Shane going to show it, but people been sending shots at us for a long time, and we talk about so-called elders, and we let it slide, and then sometimes we fire back slightly, but a lot of times let it slide. But the so-called elders, not all, but a lot of you, if you're listening tonight, you are the blame. If you're a true One West member or old school of thought, you are the blame for the fall of One West. Because if you're not, I'll put it to you this way. Them elders, right, I guess got jealous of one another and wanted to create a seven, so on and so forth. Right? But you brothers didn't hold a line. Y'all didn't hold a line. And the original line was who? The ones that went into the house of David. You guys chose to do all the splitting. So that's why you have what you have now. People fight one another. And you guys never had the ear to listen. Just like you don't have the ear to listen now.
Right.
A lot of you just refuse to listen. And we're going to continue to keep bringing out stuff, not just cutting so-called Israel, because we cut ourselves. We do that too, But the doctrine of the day, I'm not going to mention it, but I've been studying on 3 topics. And one is not to cut Israel, but it's to prove something that I would say, Shawshank, would you not say that all Christians believe the same thing, and Israelites the same thing on the 2 topics that I showed you?
Yeah. Majority. Yeah.
So hopefully I will be able to turn some heads to see that that's not the case.
Yep.
I just say this one part for this because I don't know. I mean, everybody should know, but I'm not going to say that with the proper understanding. Go up, old bald head.
Yeah, and you break it up a little bit too, Elder Qanath. And also, family, we want to thank y'all for everything. We did get everything we said we was going to order. So we just want to show the family. Here it is. As y'all can see, we have our speaker system right here. That's the wagon we told y'all we was getting to put the camp signs in because they heavy. And see where it says heavy at? These are the camp signs. The stands. So it's 5 of them. They in these 2 boxes. So I got to put them together. And they'll be in here. And then we'll have this in here with the camp signs. So thank y'all. Thank everybody who donated and supported. We appreciate it. And like I said, family, as y'all can see, the money didn't go in our pockets. Man, Elder Qanath ain't go buying no wines and no fancy garments. We actually did what we say we're going to do with money when we ask people if y'all don't mind donating. So y'all see, we have what we said we was buying. And we appreciate everybody. Thank all of y'all for supporting us. And we'll be out in camp soon, rocking and knocking in the streets. Ain't that right, Elder Qanath?
No doubt, for sure. And there's nothing wrong with buying the elder some damn good wine or some good whiskey. But Shashem is the man. He made sure this happened, and we really appreciate it. So we're gonna give our all, right? We no cut cards or anything. We're gonna give it all we got. We're not. Let me say this: we're not going out to condemn anyone or to judge anyone. We just going out to give the same energy that we gave for years, teaching not the truth on a lot of the topics. And even though we brought it out on the Facebook and the YouTube and really destroyed 99.9% of the doctrines, Christian alike or Israelites alike, all praise to the Most High. But just to be humble when we go out there, so Most High where everybody is. We've done this for years. They want to go out there and try to put the same effort in that we put in teaching the chart.
Right. And what we mean by you can't put new wine in old bottles. We was on Facebook today dealing with Elder Karash, and he was on there, saying what he had to say. And he was like, he dealt with us and whatever like that. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna beat you up with your own slides. You know what I mean? He talking about we got the Jerry Springer show and we ain't mature. But he the same guy that told us it was too late to change things. When we told him the truth, did he not, Elder Qanath?
He not only said that, but let me say this. I got a lot of respect for the brother, but it's hard to have respect for a brother when you come in peace and then brothers try to do some slick talking for people who they believe that F.O.P.E sent them out to represent them. Right, so they will bring up our name without bringing up our name and disrespect us because I'm in my 50s and Shashem is well past 20, well up in the 30s, married with children. So men want us to respect them as elders, but they have to show respect to grown married men. Go ahead, Al.
Exactly. And the thing is, right? I'm a young man still, but I'm not a young man in this walk like the younger men. I'm past that. I'm 38 years old. I ain't no damn young man no more. I'm a mature man.
Hey, Shan, can I say something real quick, Shan? Can I say something when you say you're 38? It's an old saying, people, when they hit 50, right? People always say, oh, shit, man, you middle-aged now, or you 45, you middle-aged. Well, the Most High promised 70 to 77 years, correct, Shan?
70 years. So middle age is actually 35.
Middle age is 35. So nigga talking about, man, are you still? No, Shashem is past middle age. Welcome to the club, old man. And you want to show your old man picture Shashem to the family?
Oh yeah. I gotta get it. I gotta download it. Hold on.
That'd have been right on time. God damn.
I'm past middle age. You know what I mean? And it's all good. I accept that. I'm not in the young flock no more. I'm not no young buck in this thing. And I'm definitely ain't a young buck in the walk. I got 12 years in, and even though I got 12 years in, I mean it ain't nothing to brag about, but I'm just saying. Well,
it's Shashem, but a lot of them brothers don't have in meekness and humbleness to the Most High and His Son Yahawashi, right? And loyal to your family. The scriptures tell a well man know how to run his house, man. That's a good man, right? And you run your house not only as a God-fearing man, but as a husband, right? And as a father, right? That's married legally according to the law of the land, right? And scripturally according to the scripture that a lot of these guys can't speak for. How many times you been divorced, Shashem? Just give me a number from 0 to 10.
0.
0.
And I had
from 0 to 10, 0 to 5, 0 to whatever you want to start from. How long you been married, brother?
Me and my wife been together for 15 years.
15 years, this brother, right, has been married. Now, hold on. A lot of guys been in this walk, right? That's in One West, they say from 1969, right? But Shashem said he been in there 12 years. But a lot of them say they married, right? Sex is marriage, a whole lot of stuff. They say they married, right? All these different wives. Oh, that's Shashem, that's the old man.
I hope I make it.
Right. But hold on, check this out, Shan. You're gonna love this one. I guarantee everybody gonna love this one. Right? That's looking to the future, right? That's FOPE prophesying. Look, hey, Sean Shame, a lot of them guys today can't say they had an Israelite wedding, but you can.
Yeah, I had an Israelite wedding.
Right? A lot of guys been in this walk for a long time, right? And coming in right now, right? That want to talk shit to Sean Sham, right? But this brother had an Israelite marriage.
I was the first.
Been his Israelite marriage, right? Been with his wife 15 years, right? Children, responsible man, a man in this walk. But not only a man that stands firm. Remember I said a lot of the elders are to blame for the split because they didn't stand firm. Sean Sham been in the FOPE since he felt that he was an Israelite. He ain't been camp hopping. He ain't been doing all that. Say, I'm giving you flowers early, King. And he's been loyal to the father and his son and his wife and his children, his family, and FOPE. Loyal to the bone out of all kind of scandalous shit. People try to turn us against one another, turn them against his family, turn them against God. No, but he's still firm. But you niggas want him to bow down to you?
I was in one camp.
You say they want to bow down to you? Show us your damn skirt. What the hell you got there? A lot of y'all got streaks in your drawers, and a lot of it just full of shit. Okay? How about that? Because a lot of y'all can't hold weight to Sean Sham, right? Because he speak the Hebrew. A lot of you guys been the truth 25 years, can't say Abba correctly. You understand?
I'm going to tell you this. You know what was crazy? Because I saw my name in Hebrew yesterday, Sham, right? And I was looking up my name, and Shaw is Prince in Hebrew. And then, you know, because I changed my name for short to Shaw Sham. And when I was looking it up and what it meant, Sham meant, right? It means name, but it also means, when you say Shem or Sham, means name. But you know what was funny, Qanath, that I thought that was crazy, brother? When I was looking at my name, I'm gonna find it real quick. Right? It says, it means transferring to time. It means therein, there, therein, thither, whether, in there, thence, there out. And that's crazy though, transferring to time.
I know it.
And I said, and I realized that Shaw Sham, Prince, is transferring to time, brother. And I was like, I must be transferring to time, because it's like when the time change, I change. And I'm constantly changing for us in the study and in the walk. And my name, Shem Ya'ala, means Yahif too, which is in Hebrew. My name, Samuel, Yahif. So I know the Most High heard me because he talked to me. And he always giving me messages. But I think the Most High showed me that too yesterday, because I cut my name short to Shah Sham, meaning Prince Sham is transferring to time. And I've been like, I am transferring to time, because I does that all the time. I'm always thinking about time, how much time I got left, how time works. And in my mind, I'm always in the scriptures and I'm moving according to the times. And I always tell people, watch the times and the signs. And this is how you know where we are. But I've been studying a lot, and I think it's crazy. Now, last night, family, I was studying hard. And I'm telling y'all, the Most High had me studying second address in Hebrew. And when I tell y'all, when we going to bring out, and what me and King Judah is going to bring out either Thursday or Friday, depending on when my brother free, if he good and got internet, y'all going to see how dumb the second address breakdown is when they talk about ships going through the Euphrates. It's going to be without a shadow of doubt, undeniable, even though we already proved it, but we going to prove it even more. This shit just going to be so sad to show you ain't no way in living hell they could have brought ships down the Euphrates. I mean, the Bible don't support it in the English, and it damn sure don't support it in the Hebrew. It was so sad. The Most High had me laughing last night when he was showing me this. And I'm just We're going to do it, show you the land of the north, show you the direction they went. I'm going to even show you where the Messiah told Israel to go when the land fell. That's how bad it is, ain't it, Elder Qanath? That's how much he done showed me by reading the New Testament in Hebrew. And it makes perfectly good sense. All makes perfectly good sense. Because they tell us, Israel, the Most High, Yahawashi told them, run into Africa. Yahawashi say, run into Africa. That ain't in the scriptures. No, is it Qanath? I can't hear you, Qanath. Your mic low.
I would say, don't bring anything else out.
I'm just speaking. I'm just saying.
Okay,
so we're gonna prove a lot of stuff, family. A lot of stuff that was told, and this One West doctrine is 100% lies. It's not true. And I'm gonna show y'all this Thursday or Friday, depending on when King Judah off. Because me and King Judah was talking in the background. I was showing him a lot of stuff and telling him about a lot of stuff.
Shaq, let me say something real quick. This is important. Let me say something real quick.
Okay.
We're not calling anybody right now that goes out and teach anything a liar personally, but they're teaching lies of another person. And you guys got to know where it started from, to a certain degree.
It'll be Friday. We're going to do it. King Judah confirmed Friday. Hey, we'll clean that tally Qanath. Go ahead, Qanath.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, shalom. Most High bless. I'm running behind.
Yeah,
that's the champions in the house. The champions in the house. Please talk about the madness if you can. If not, then we can move on.
Okay, go ahead, clean that tally. Then we'll let Elder Qanath finish. Shalom, sis. Most High bless.
Oh, I didn't come in to interrupt, but shalom. How's everybody doing? Elder Qanath.
I put the link in the chat for a reason. If you wanted to come on, that's why I put it back there.
Yes, it was crazy. The amount of attention that we've been gathering with these posts. I didn't know who the guy was, Elder Kahai. I wasn't familiar with him, but I was telling him, I was like, you know what? I can drop the link, and we can set up a live. And he was like, talking about how you guys were Jerry Springer and you were disrespectful to elders.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what?
And that's how he the one told Qanath he was going to kick his ass.
What?
Yeah.
He told Qanath he was going to kick his ass. On the phone, he was crying laughing. He was mad at Qanath. Wanted to fight Qanath. Qanath will tell you. Yep.
Yes, yeah, I'm right here. All of us true. This was a few years. I was like, damn. All because of doctrine.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. But and Naphtali, I told you they're not going to do it. See, the other guy was from IUIC, so he on there saying he was asking us to break down the second address. I was like, come on, Naphtali, like shit, I'll fire up a live. I'm like, hell yeah, fire that motherfucker live. I was gonna turn his motherfucking ass up. This shit I was gonna show him. Oh, that nigga, he would have thought twice again about fucking with FOPE. He'd been like, oh no, they ain't never showed me this. I'm like, yeah, come on, this motherfucking live. And you want to talk about some second address with some ships going down the Euphrates? Boy, you done FOPE the world. Use a honor. Talking about put the scriptures in there. I'm like, man, anybody typing all this shit on no Facebook? And this is why
what's up with that? They want you to spend all that time, but when you want to go live, they talking about, oh, I don't have time for that, or it's really interesting how they don't want to get up and actually have a conversation. It doesn't have to be a debate. It's just, what's wrong with having a conversation and sharing your information?
Because you was going to beat them up on the Canaanite shit, and we was going to beat them up on the second address. He ain't had no goddamn in hell. He was going to get his ass torched.
Yeah, and then the elder jumped in, and I was ready for him too. But like I said, it was a big letdown because he was like, he came in and he was like, he said, been there, did that. They ain't on no scholar level. I got to move on now. As then, I got souls to teach.
Right. Now, Naphtali, did you get all the slides? Because he had posted some stuff and I couldn't get them all because that's why I was taking it. And I said, I'm going to beat you up with your own slides and shit. I'm dead serious. I got a couple, but I can't see some of the comments. I don't know if he took them down or not. So if you can grab them.
No, I didn't take them. I can try to get them, make sure I get them and I'll send them to you.
And send them to me because I'm going to whip his ass with his own shit. I'm going to use it Friday.
But Sam, why would you say that? Sam, why would you say that? If he's about, I got souls to teach. Why come on and make that comment? Who's coming out with disrespect?
He's disrespectful. He's doing all the name calling, talking about I don't do Jerry Springer shows.
Right.
When you all mature a bit spiritually, see me.
Hey, now, Charlie, you know why he said that, now, Charlie? Because when me and Elder Qanath had him on the phone, we was beating his ass up, and he gonna tell us, well, you brothers are right, but it's too late to change shit. And we like, what you mean too late to change shit? What are you talking about? So you want? I say you want us to lie? We got to keep going on. We didn't came too far, brothers, and covered. What do you say? When I've covered too much ground, and the blueprint that the elders left out there, you know, it's up to us to carry it on. But so we supposed to teach a lot. We just supposed to teach a lot.
And you know what though? Truth be told, that's one of the brothers I really liked. Very soft spoken, you know. But I didn't think he have an ear, and then try to sneak this and do it disrespectfully for no reason. You know, I just don't get it.
See, he didn't FOPE up when he put this slide up here. I'm looking at right here. I got this one right here that says the mystery of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. And this nigga got the goddamn line coming from down the Euphrates going around Africa all the way into Mexico. I'm gonna tear his fucking ass up Friday with this shit. Listen, we gonna whip this nigga ass so bad. Whip your ass with your own shit. Listen, they made.
You know what that is, Shan? Hey, Shan, you know what they call that? Shan, they call that go outside and get your own damn switch. Beat him with the switch that he already gave. Whip his ass with that like a nice green one, Shan. That joint still wet. You can get some elastic with that shit. Take it out.
Right. And I don't know who made this dumbass thing, but that's what I be saying, man. When I be in them little back groups and shit when they be on Facebook, and I be seeing them putting up them certain slides and shit. I'm stealing all that shit. I'm putting that shit in a little bucket because I'm gonna whip their ass with their own shit and show them that they flawed. Their doctrine is flawed, and I'm gonna use Elder Karash own shit this Friday. I'm gonna show him out his own shit he got how much he don't even know the damn Bible. Because if you still teaching this second address breakdown, you've been in the truth 30 years, and it's not to be disrespectful. You done lost the all because I'm gonna show you it's right there, and it's telling you, and clear as day. You can clearly see that they did not use ships or go use the Euphrates and go down no goddamn Euphrates. It's in the scriptures. It shows.
Hey, Shashan, this is what it's going to say. Either we're prideful or they're prideful. And the reason why I say that, we're too proud to understand, or I ain't going to say understand, too proud to say, you know what, y'all right because you're older and you came into the knowledge before us. So you're just right. Are you too damn proud to say, you know what? Well, let me just listen up and see what the young bucks talking about, right? And show them some respect, like they always been showing me some respect. Give them an ear. If we're wrong, you won't even give us an ear to hear. See, that's the thing. Even if we're wrong, you won't even give it a damn ear to hear. So you tell me who's wrong. It's you, because you refuse to hear either side of the conversations, not just this one, but others with my dear sister talk about the Canaanites, a new school of thought, right? Kicking your ass from the rooter to the damn tutor. Shawshan, who you keep running from. F.O.P.E. been kicking ass for a long time. All of y'all too damn proud to give your brother a ear, to give your sister a ear, right? Just give somebody an ear, but guess what? It's your own damnation, right? Because if you keep on teaching lies, then all that blood is going to be on your hand. And if we teach anything, that's wrong, be a brother or sisters and show us that in a sit down and say, y'all wrong about this.
They ain't gonna do it, Qanath. Because listen, this shit right here, the land of the north, this shit is straight out of scripture. This shit is so undeniable, it's laughable. The shit that they talking about, America's the land of the north, that's what they taught us. We're gonna prove out of scripture. Even the Bible give you the location. That's why I was like, how the fuck they missed this? It's right there, clear as day, where direction that Israel went, where the land of the north at, people, and all that in the scriptures. And we're going to show it to you out of the scriptures, even in the damn Hebrew. I was showing Elder Qanath, we was just sitting there laughing our ass off. Laughing our ass off.
Yes, we was
laughing our ass
off. Had said, you was like, already, I'm going to beat him with his own slide. No, you said we've been there and done that. We already beat him. I was bugging up. He was like,
with his own slide.
He was like, you're gonna beat him up with his own slides. And you said you can't put new wine in the old bottle.
Yeah, you can't. They don't want to hear you, Queen. They use this scripture to talk about hold on to what the forefathers taught. That wasn't talking about the elders of One West, motherfucker. He was talking about Moses and them giving the old traditions and to Israel keeping the laws. That ain't got nothing to do with what the elders of One West taught.
Hey, Sam. Hey, you right up. Hey, Sam, I got a special report real quick. This is coming hot off the presses. Hot as hot chicken wings on a Saturday morning eating, right? I heard that Nepal and Christina had a debate. And the people are saying that Nepal got her butt kicked.
Yeah.
But I say this.
Really?
They all picking the fight, talking shit about Naphtali, the champ, and won't step in that damn ring. Hey, Shawshank, can she get 30 or 60 seconds to talk about the asinine shit going on there at HOK right now?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Queen. You go ahead. You got it, Queen.
Well, yeah. I really, I don't really too much know what's going on. I haven't really been paying attention, but I did hear about Nepal not bringing out any good information. Matter of fact, I saw that sign. Did he keep the video down? Because I was trying to go back and watch it.
No, it dropped off the site. I don't know what happened.
and then I heard he wasn't putting the poll up. He wasn't putting the poll up. That I thought that was something that he was in the Christians. Something he was saying. Why don't the Hebrews and the Christians come out any other time? Why they got to come out this time? Your girl just wasn't any good. People, the audience, don't he got the toughest audience, the toughest environment? But when
sometimes, Charlie, you got to swallow that pill of guilt. Swallow that L. Sometimes you got to take that L. And right now, unfortunately for Nepal, you had a chance to step in the ring with the champ, but I think you'd have dropped the ball. Now, I don't know if you and Christina want to step in the ring. It depends, because I did try to recruit her to tell her come over here so, she can broaden up a little bit, and we can maybe learn something from her too, but we'll see. We'll see. I think that'd be
because, I had saw how they was treating her, and I had reached out to her.
Yeah, they treat her real bad.
Branch to her, and I was like, if you want to recap the video, or if you want to, go back, and you and I can do something together. But she wasn't interested, because I guess she still want to deal with Sinetta. But I did send out an olive branch to her.
Well, hallelujah. Because sister, at the end of the day, if you listen, Christina, if this come across you, if it's the Most High will, we support you. So like I said, we got an ear to hear some of the stuff you got to say, and hopefully you have an ear to hear ours. But Qanath, my arm is still extended. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's what I was hearing. I didn't get to see the debate, but what people were saying, and for us, people was talking about. A lot of people were saying. I saw people in the chat saying that Nepal won, but then I was hearing a lot of people saying, no, Christina won. She really won. Like, they was like Nepal didn't have enough evidence, and then other people saying that they wanted to see them do another round. So when I heard it was a great debate, though. They said that they really went at it, but they were saying really like Christina pulled it out, and I was like, oh wow. But then I was asking myself, because I was looking for the poll to see if they was gonna put up a poll. I wouldn't vote. Like, I don't never really vote, because I was like, if I didn't watch the debate, I'm not gonna vote, because that's wrong. Just saying I want to vote for a debate you didn't see. But what I was saying was that they were saying, most of the people were saying Christina won, and then I was saying, I guess certain people that support Nepal, they said it was 2-1. So but that I just thought, after seeing them going at it like that in the after show, I said, damn, but that big debate had to be fire. But then I was a little suspicious on why Unc was saying certain things that he was saying, and he was kind of seemed like he was leaning towards Christina winning, because he was saying Christina was doing stuff, getting time that she shouldn't have got, and the way he was making it, he kind of had me feeling like Christina beat Nepal. And he was saying it like in a non-biased way, like he don't believe in none of it. But
anytime he said, damn.
That was the way that he was leaning to. You could tell, because he was saying, I'm gonna say this about Christina, and I was like, damn, like but Apostle, he got up there, he was trying to do his thing, but a lot of people really didn't give a verdict on the show. But I thought it would have been a poll, and I thought the video would still been up, so you could like see people comment and get their suggestions on who they think won. But when Qanath put up the replay of the debate, whenever he do it or whatever like that, I'll probably watch it then or whatever if I have time. But see, I was listening to the after show because I was in PA at the water park with my kids. And it was hard trying to hear it because it was so loud there, but I couldn't miss that because I was like, they was going at it. And, Nepal brought out a lot of good points about the embalming stuff and stuff like that. But I was like, yeah, but that was before Israel was giving the laws to the children of Israel, before Moses, when that happened too. Because, we don't embalm, we don't cut out flesh and none of that falls out body. So, that was, it's just like in this society today that I would say about the embalming stuff. People get embalmed now, and we ain't supposed to be cutting open our flesh and taking out our organs and draining out our blood. That was stuff that Kemetic priests was doing. They do drain the blood and do stuff like that and embalm people. But that's
sir, are you telling me we can't eat no more livers and mashed potatoes no more?
Yeah, that's
more chicken gizzards and no inners.
Yeah, Israel didn't do that. Israel didn't embalm their bodies. When you die, you're supposed to be in the ground before sundown or sun up.
Brother, are you telling me that we can't eat kidneys?
No, we don't eat the innards.
Kidney with kidney beans?
Yeah, you ain't supposed to remove the organs.
Oh my gosh, no gravy on the kidney. You mean we can't eat chicken hogs, brother?
No.
Chicken hogs. We can't eat none of that stuff, none of them good innards.
And funerals is you supposed to clean the wounds of the victim and mummify, wrap the body, pretty much. Not like a mummy, but you would like wrap the body up and then you bury him in the tomb. That was it. They didn't do all that. Israelites never really embalmed the body, like cut a person open and take their organs and shit out and stuff like that. We weren't supposed to do those practices. That's not
So they didn't have him. They didn't have him laid up and standing up with a suit on, with a cane, with a cigar in the mouth, or
the Muslims
going to ride on the motorcycle and all that type of burials. They ain't had that stuff.
Muslims don't do it. The Muslims still practice the same culture we do to this day. They don't do that either. When you die, you're a Muslim. My grandfather, he didn't get embalmed and blood drained and.
But you should go how you want to go though.
Yeah, they wrap you, mummify your body, wrap you up. And put you in the dirt in a celestial burial. They oil your whole body down. You get a celestial burial. That's the same thing with Israelite culture. We don't cut open the flesh and taking out parts and shit like that. So, but like I said, that was I guess that's a part of the Egyptian culture.
Oh, hold on. We didn't slid out. Natalie, say something before we go back to the top of showing the video. What she think about what they say who won of the debate and why they ducking you? Well, Nepal's ducking, not Christina, but Nepal's ducking.
Yeah, I from what I've heard, like what Sharsham has said, I believe that Christina won. I heard a little bit Uncan said, so I didn't get to see the debate, but just looking at how Qanath handling it, looking at how he took that video down, looking like how he didn't want to put a poll up, it really put some made him feel uncomfortable. So for the most part, yeah, I've been making, leaving little hints there and putting little messages out there to get Nepal's attention, but she hasn't done any response and anything like that. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it, but the offer still stands. It's here. If she's available, whenever she's available, the offer is here. It's waiting.
Yeah, they all talking trash, but then when you say something, they all get church mouse real quiet. We can't debate a woman. That's a woman. Y'all running behind a woman, Qanath, and all that type of stuff. But the same woman they talking about, they scared something to the plate to even have a sit-down conversation with her.
What I found very interesting is I don't watch Qanath's channel, but my husband does. Sometimes he checks in, and then sometimes while he's sitting over there watching it, my name get mentioned. It'd be so strange. Like I think what's his Judah? Of course we saw Judah Naz. Then we saw Black Jesus Minister. He was doing the whole thing about me. I didn't even know it was about me. I was like, what is he talking about? And then Naphtali, I was like, okay. So my name is being mentioned, but then when I do mention her name, it's like you said, it's like church mouth. So I don't know. I'm not gonna look too much into it. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah, I think that's clout chasing to the highest right there. I'm gonna talk about them, but when it's time to respond to them, I'm not gonna say anything. That way, I can just ride their coattail like I am somebody, but actually you're nobody. You got I guess you got defeated by a Christian. Great job, Christina. Come over here, let iron sharpen iron the folk. With folk. You know what I mean? CUC. New school of thought. Right. That's
That's right.
all. That's all popping.
That's right. And like I said, I extended the Olive Branch tour. I was proud of her. Listening to what she's saying, and she's holding her own. But from what I was told was that she said that she wanted to debate Reggie and Jabari. So she trying to put some people in their place. She's trying to pull up ranks. So I'm all for her.
Well, that's great. It's Christian. That sound like Naphtali's school trail. Not trying to be funny. That sounds like a Naphtali school trail right there.
Yeah, she want to take on the big fish. So I say, to be honest with you, the person who Nepal, I don't want to say anything disrespectful to the sister. I really don't know where she be going with her information. I don't know where she's headed. I don't understand what she talks about sometimes, but because she's kind of be all over the place. But
Let me ask you this, champ. Never asked you this before. Who do you think? And not trying to be conceited in any shape, form, or fashion, but with your studies, give credit where credit is due, and what the Most High gave you, right? Who do you see that's vulnerable? Who can really give you a competition in all levels, from academics, from the way they speak, their delivery? Who you think can give you a good go?
Good run for my money.
Yeah.
I always been checking out Chris Harris. He and I, when I was going over there on Garfield side, he and I was supposed to debate in the back chat. I mean, me and him was setting up a debate, and it never happened. And I think he kind of ran a little bit from me, but I see that he's now pushed himself up a little bit more because he's over there on Sinetta's channel, and he's really pushing himself up. So I would love to have a conversation or a debate with Chris Harris. And of course, Unc knows his science. He really knows it. So, he's not chasing any clout, and he actually stands for something. That's one thing I like to see, is somebody actually stand for something. All these other people be all over the place. They got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They really don't believe in anything. They're not, you can't hold them to anything, where they can hold me to the Bible. But when it comes to them, I can't hold them to anything because they don't stand for anything.
Chris Harris, I don't know really exactly what he stands for. I
like to just say that when I think about it, Elder Qanath, he don't stand for anything either. So yeah, it's kind of a moot point to make with him, because he's going to hold me to something, but I can't hold him to anything.
Chris Harris gives a great, and there's no disrespect towards him, but I can see him if you just sit down, chill, having a glass of wine, you're going over something, and sometimes you like having somebody go back and forth with you. He can be a good conversation piece. Somebody have a good dialogue with, and other people like, oh, okay, and people may be watching a dialogue, so it's kind of heated, but it's very entertaining, very scholarly like that. So I think you do that. The problem would be if you're going to debate something before you go into it. Somebody got to say, I believe in this, or both parties got to say, I believe in this. You can't say you just believe in philosophy.
That's right. A lot of these people are just, preaching philosophy. They just preaching their feelings and how they feel. And then when you do hold them to something, they're going to say, well, I don't like with this whole Kemet thing. They really don't believe in the Kemet. They just appreciate it, or they respect it, or whatever that's supposed to mean. So I can't hold you to the gods. I can't hold you to their flaws. I can only hold you to their strengths. And that's what they do. They only want to pick up the good from things, but they don't want to hold on to their flaws and the errors in their ways. I was on Hilltop channel, the Scoring Black Man podcast the other day, and I was up there talking to some of the OWASP guys, and I didn't mind talking with them because I can hold them to their book. They actually have a book, and I can go into their book and I can actually dismantle it. I can actually, pull out the errors within their text, and they have to own up to those errors and they have to accept it because if they believe in that's their book. But when it comes to these other folks, they don't believe in anything. They just believe in whatever they feel, and they're hot and cold. One day they believe in it, the next day they don't. And they'll tell you. So that's a strategy that I see that they have. And
Well, also and real quick, now let y'all go back in. At least we know Unc believe in something, but here, what I'm about to say kills Unc whole debate. And all you could do is say it's a draw or we won for coming up with this right now. He says science is true, science is the way, blah, blah, blah. We believe in all these different things, right? Well, there is no difference in a belief or something proven than science and the Bible to a certain degree. And I'm going to tell you why. No scientists agree with one another. There's many different philosophies, just like you have religion. A lot of them don't agree with one another and follow God a certain way or have no God at all, or religion. A lot of it is about belief, right? And that's including everything. The difference with the Bible and all these other philosophies or so-called not over, but understanding is that all them things that you guys talk about is something that's done by man and can be recreated, but not created, recreated and not created, right? Only God creates. Nobody can create what God has created. You can try to duplicate, but never create it. That's one. So all you had the same blame, but God has the power because what we believe in or show that he prophesies. No man on earth has prophesied unless through the Father, right? So that's the difference. The debate is over right away. Say, well, you know what? What's the difference between what we believe in and you believe in? Right? And the difference is that we can, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm feeling you. And what it is that, Unc, he tells you that he believes in approximations. He doesn't really believe in, he's not looking for, the truth or looking for, facts. They're just looking for approximates. And that's what a lot of these people are with these, these so-called PhDs. This is all, philosophy. It's just philosophy. It's all, how they feel. And it's a philosophical type of debates they want to have, which is okay. Like I said, if you want to debate philosophy, I don't want to debate philosophy unless we leave my Bible out of it and we talk about something else, because my Bible is something that we utilize for fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to prove that there is a God, that this God is of the Bible. And this is factual. This is not an approximate. So, a lot of them over there, unless I debate a Hebrew, and I see myself getting a lot of attention in my chat. Now, maybe one day I'll pick up a big fish. They really want to have a conversation. Right now they come and then they throw little stones, and then when you say, hey, let's go live, they run. So one day, maybe I can get their attention. And we can, Judah Nass and them, they act like they really want to have a conversation. I know you guys ain't, you guys not feeling them right now, but I wouldn't even.
No, we not. Charlie, we not feeling them. Never, ever.
Because they really don't. They really don't. They say that twice. They supposed the first time they came with an excuse, right? Start talking about out of nowhere. Start talking shit about the second time. Same thing. And then they go to other places, say, well, no, they run from us. But they the one that always cancel or always says something derogatory. And then we respond, get mad. Nobody responds like us. If we go so hard body, you start blaming us. Even when you throw the first damn stone, say, why you had to hit him back so damn hard? Right? He started the race, but why you had to win, Shawsham and Qanath? I know he started, but why you had to win?
I'm just saying, like, the way they went over there on Sinetta's channel and, speaking on us, sometimes you just want to bury the dead. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they say let the dead bury the dead. But I'm like, maybe we need to just put them down back into their place, and maybe they won't spawn back up. That's
No,
all I'm saying.
I don't think it's that though, Queen. I think even if we did that, they still want to talk crap about us because that's just who they are. They're not really in it for debating.
It's not who they are. It's not who they are. It's just like what y'all said. It's who their leader is, and they've man worship him. When they say they follow the Torah, but the Torah tells you about certain nations. When it tells you about following the Torah, it tells you how a man's supposed to act. Right? When they say they're about black power, or at one time about black power, but you look at their leader, where the black people at? So when you see all these different things, I'm not going to say everything is going toward one person or another, but I got to lean a lot toward these guys because they all follow a leader. So it's not them, it's their leader. But when you follow someone or worship someone, that's what happens. Whatever happens or whatever that person say, you get blamed for it because you follow that man. Same thing with Aria. He came with that doctrine. Everybody that follow it gets blamed for Aria shit. The year 2000, that's One West. Now Aria, that's all of One West because all you niggas believe. Same thing with Judas. If we debate him, if we win, which I know we will, if that dude say he won, they all gonna follow him. That's what they're gonna do. They done it before. This man wished death on me and Shawshan's wife and children. And they told me privately, I told them privately, or they told him that they said it was wrong. But when he talking all that smash, they don't say anything. Then they go right back on the show and he, ha ha, and laugh. Same with people I thought was my friend. Hit. You know what I mean? So they would go right back on there and watch that man talk about Shawshan. He admitted it just the other day on Sarnetta show. So I said, why don't y'all debate them? He said, man, that man went on my wish death on my family children. He said, oh, that dude ain't do that. Junaz didn't do that. He said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because it took my wife and children. He brought wife and children first, but we never wish death on him or his wife. This man started talking about my wife. That time, know my wife personally, right? Said my wife was the biggest hoe in Israel. She been passed around. My wife has been me for 24 years. I don't know none of these niggas in Israel until I introduced her to him. Just straight lying about my wife for no reason.
She's a wonderful woman. I can't believe he would say something like that about her. That is not cool.
Yeah, so saying my wife is a pass around and the biggest hoe. I was like, what? Don't even know my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that. So yeah, no way, Jose.
Yeah, that's something else. And you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it either because like I said, I extended. He acting like I was running from the sister that they got over there. I reached over there. I reached out to her. I told her, hey, me and her can, she come on my channel. We can do something together. We can build together. We can even have a, little conversation. If it gets spicy, it gets spicy. Never said nothing. Never hit me back up. Never came. Never gave me a date and time. So this whole thing that he wanted to put up there on Sanetta's channel is just ridiculous. So like I told him, I said, I'm not worried about her because my thing is that if you really truly was really worried about it, we don't have to go on Sanetta's channel. We can do it here. I got my own channel. We don't have to go on Sanetta's channel to do everything. I see he got himself a wrench over there. So
let me build up to this right here. Shawshan, get ready.
Real quick, hold on. Let me say this too. This lying ass nigga Davion talking about Elder Qanath was flirting with him. Like, nigga, you sound like a whole sodomite saying some gay shit like that on Sinetta. Elder Qanath is not flirting with you, nigga. What are you talking about? Yeah, him and Judah. Weirdo shit, bro. That's all. Weirdo shit.
Let me say now, I ain't even got to defend myself. I ain't got, brother, whatever. So I can't respond to shit like that. That's crazy. But look, let me lead up to this, Shawshan, and I'm telling you. Right? Nepal thinks she's worthy to debate the champ Queen Naphtali, right? Right. But see, and the reason why she feel that way, because sometimes people get caught under Sarnetta and Nepal spell. And I'm not talking about it because I've been talking to the brother for the past 3-4 days. So if you see this, he's just gonna laugh about it. But some people go on Sarnetta and get hypnotized by Sarnetta and Nepal. I've seen it. And prime example, Naphtali, you tell me, what do you take out of this small clip we about to play? If you don't know, say you don't know. Do you agree with the adversary, Naphtali, if you don't know? Or you just say you don't know, or you gonna disagree with the adversary?
I don't know. Are we going to play a clip?
We're going to play the clip. Short said, let that beautiful clip play about brother agreeing with the adversary.
Well, I got downloaded enough. I ain't got hold
man, I've been told you to get ready for this, man. Lead up to this right here.
I wasn't paying attention. Give me a minute.
Let me try to resurface it then. Let me try to resurface this. Wind it back a little bit. Now check it. If you have a brother that you've been knowing for years and you never really talked about the scripture, but only used the scripture to justify the way you see how doctrine should be broke down. I give you an example of the scripture. When a man go out to war, see, we can have these women. We're going to be able to rape these women, right? Because we in war. Ain't none of these Negroes in war, but they use their scripture. So that'll turn that shit against them. So when you speak on something that you may not have all the understanding of it, right? Some, but not all of it, then the adversary will use it against your ass. And either you're not proud enough or humble enough to say, I don't know right now, or you too proud, right, to say you don't know and agree with the adversary. And agree with the adversary. Now, this is what I take out of this video. To me, it seemed like my brother agreed with the adversary. And I talked to him, it seemed like, you know what? He still agreed to what he said per se. So, and say he could defend it. So I was going to ask them, Charlie, what the hell does she make out of this? Because I think my brother is wrong. Point blank period. I was going to do a class on it, but I gave him a little time. You know, that scripture right there does not mean a man could go start raping women. Okay? And we're going to give you the proper understanding of that. You got it, Sam?
Yeah, hold up.
Give you proper understanding of this, man, because then our brother saw that when you made a whole damn show about it, and Tazariak made fun, you know, and use it against the brother, right? Well, y'all brothers used, when y'all thought Sarnetta cut me, y'all, two of y'all brothers went live talking about God with Sarnetta. So is God with Sarnetta right now? Go ahead, Shasha, see it's God with Sarnetta.
Always that with the women of other nations. That's they women.
So you're saying that the Most High gives y'all permission to take, kidnap, conquer, and rape women.
Deuteronomy 21. And remember, I was on here for that. Deuteronomy 21 goes and talks about if you capture a woman when you're at war. If you capture her, and then there's a law that says you have to shave her head and par her nails, and she have to abide with you for 30 days and bereave her parents. And then after that 30-day cycle, you can go in onto her. I'm sure in 30 days, she ain't gonna just want you to lay with her, but that was the law that was given to the men of war. That was at war.
That mean the law, the God, your Most High God, said it's all right to rape her.
Yeah. What you want me to say? What you want me to say?
God.
Y'all hear that shit? Y'all hear that?
Wow.
Do you hear that, Charlie?
Wow. Oh my God.
Here's the part that everybody missed. When he said, remember, I was over there for that. What he's talking about when it was Nepal and Sarnetta talking about the Bible condones rape, he was over there and got indoctrinated. Talk about Qanath, right? But Qanath not to hold his own because I lean on the scripture. right? And at my own understanding, I'm not too proud. You know, I always know who's really leading me. You know what I mean? Even if I trip and fall, you know, I said, damn, I must have done something wrong. So he just admitted that, what can I say? It say what it say, that you can rape in war. He told me that he's going to prove it. Well, you probably want to hold back on your class. Shasham, how long I supposed to be doing this class?
Days ago.
Days ago, but I held back, right? Because all y'all said something funny, but that's about it. He ain't really go into the script, right? He started talking about tricky and stuff. But let me ask you, Chad, what you think about that scripture? What you think about what he talking about?
Complete, you know, it's just disgusting. You know, it's an abomination. You know, it's the thing is that we're trying to bring truth to the people, and we got people who's supposed to stand in our truth, making it worse for us. You know what I'm saying? We already got people criticizing the Bible, and then now you got these so-called leaders, these so-called teachers coming out here saying that the Most High condones rape. You know, and I think then you also got Nepal, if I'm not mistaken, she's out here teaching people that the Most High is Baal. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people who are, you know, putting a lot of nonsense out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, the Most High is going to take care of it, though. You know, He going to take care of those that supposedly comes in His name. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, He's of the synagogue of Satan. That's who Mahar is with, the synagogue of Satan. That's who.
That's terrible for him to say that. What makes a man want to violate? I'm not going to forget that chain of thought, but I don't want to forget this one. We was talking about certain guys teaching certain things, but even some people come in sheep clothing. Owaski, I listened to like 3 minutes what they were saying today, and they were just totally going against the Bible, saying, who you think will come back to save you? God, what God wants you to serve Him. God don't want you to serve Him. What God is, what God. I was like, wow, he is really going hard body against the power that we believe in. And first thing I thought about my dear brother Malachi Maccabees, if he followed that book, does he have the same belief? All this confusion is going on, and we see even it is spewed over, right? And it's trip talk about the last days is going to be a lot of falling back or whatever. And to me, maybe it is last day because I see a lot of that. A lot of false prophets, certain prophecies is going out about certain things is happening. And the sad thing about it, it's still black on black. Mostly the hate is so real. I saw a sister that I know on Facebook, right? I ain't gonna say I know personally, but you know, she's part of ISUPK. And she burnt the jersey today. Right? This is what I think about ISUPK, burnt the jersey. And burnt IUIC jersey. And all I could think about is, you know, I don't believe what them brothers believe in. You know, there's a lot of bullshit, I agree. But when you look at it, damn, man, the hate is so terrible. And it's because of these false doctrines. What we teach is brotherhood and sisterhood here. If we don't agree with the same thing, we don't hate each other here. All these other people can't get along for nothing. So what God they follow? Wait a minute, I dropped the mic.
But now, Tyler, you see this guy right here? He's an ISUPK member. And you see what's on the screen, sis?
Oh yeah, I can't miss it.
He said rape is a sin, but not towards the other nations. Laugh out loud, right? So my thing is, if that's the truth, then why are y'all saying rape is okay against other nations? And one thing I would say, and this is why I'm not an advocate. I'm not going to say that because I'm not an advocate. But what I tell people is this, man. From people I know, my friends, family members, cousins that had to deal with this, everybody who's been raped, and that's why I tell everybody, I don't believe nobody should be raped. Man, woman, child, even heathens of other nations. That's just my opinion. It causes trauma on people so bad, it destroys their life. And the Most High says, if anybody offend his little ones, right, they better off having a millstone around their neck and drown in the sea. What do you think the Most High is going to do to people who child molest and rape people? You're putting, even my mother-in-law, she's messed up still to this day because of rape. Somebody being rape and molestation. Messed my mother-in-law up. She still had episodes and she's 50-something years old. still can't get over it. So when people be trying to talk about rape, molestation, and we're going to do this or this shit is okay, it is not okay, man. And I don't believe the Most High will allow trauma on the people. And I'm like, why would the Lord allow Israel, his sons, to go rape his daughters and cause trauma to the women? That shit don't even make no motherfucking sense.
Hey, Sean.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but now, Charlie and Shan, please check this out. Let's just leave the Bible out. Now follow me here. You can tell when a dog is happy when he's mad, right? Right, and you can tell if a cat sometimes happy when it's mad, right? How they ball up, right?
Yeah.
You can also tell how a person feels. Now, what I'm talking about is emotion. Follow me. Emotion. Now, ask yourself this question. If I stump your toe, are you going to be sexually aroused? Or are you going to say, ouch? You're going to be angry? You know, how are you going to feel? And you're going to basically know how a person feels just by looking at them, because they're going to be showing their emotion. Now, what Israelite brother you know that's going to be looking at a woman? What can possibly be in his mind but reprobate? Because when you see him, are you going to see a man at war, a man of God, or a man at effing lust? Don't tell me we can have them women when we having war and all that shit, but you ain't think about war or killing. If you think about sex, you think about lust on that level, especially when you use the word rape. Now, what type of mentality you must have to rape? It's not a love mentality to rape.
No,
it's not even a sexual mentality to rape. It's something more sadistic.
It's evil. It's like you're taking away, like Sharsham said, you're taking away a sense of innocence. You're taking away a sense of security from a woman. You know, I know many women that have been sexually molested, sexually abused, sexually assaulted. I know women in my family. One of them, my aunt, is still to this day just, alcoholic, ruined her life. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that happened to her when she was a child, and now she's an adult woman in her 40s, and she's still affected by it. And so, for them to sit up here and to think it's okay, don't they have daughters? Would they want anybody to come up and cause this physical harm to their daughters, to take away their innocence, their security, their sense of like I said, the sense of just being protected? It's so sad. And to hear somebody who's supposed to represent the Bible use such, it's really sad, and it's really disturbing. It's very disturbing, because he's disturbed, and he is sexually he needs to be in jail. Somebody like that who speaks like that needs to be locked up away, and thrown in the keys thrown like away. We shouldn't play games with people who actually come out and say it's okay to rape cause physical harm to anyone. We shouldn't play around with that.
Well, no, people will say, you know what, and let me play, I'm not even gonna say devil's advocate, but I'm just say how some people think. They would say, well, they raped our women, they abused our women, right? Okay, they did. But the scriptures say vengeance of the Lord. So it's not saying we shouldn't go out, because Most High tells us to utterly destroy of a nation. But the reason why sometimes we don't destroy it, because a lot of y'all be thinking with your penis. Point blank period, man. I'm a man. Keep it real. keep it real.
If you want to rape these other nations, if you look at these women, so-called look at the women as if they're down, then why are they marrying these other nations? It's just all of it is just nonsense. It's just total nonsense. They get up here, they say this stuff, and it's just a poor representation of the scriptures. It's a poor representation of the Bible and of the Most High. That's why I have to get up here and defend the Most High against people like these Owaspi, people who want to sit up here and say that the Most High is evil and that the Bible is evil. Because you have people who are supposed to be represented coming out and saying the most evilest, wickedest things you ever heard. It's just nonsense. I mean, yes, there is a time for war, but does that mean that you should kill somebody any other time? No, but it's a reason.
Well, I don't want no soldier on my side if we go into war and he want to take time out to go rape. We gonna lose the war.
My thing is, How could you get on top of somebody and rape them and think like that shit is just the best thing in the world? Like to feel yourself raping somebody, like I mean, and get off at doing that. Like the woman ain't showing no intimacy, she's screaming and yelling, and that would be a total turn off to me. Like I couldn't even get the house to even do
great
that.
Point. That is a great point. Yes.
Like, even in my spirit as a man, I wouldn't feel right. So and like
be aroused.
Huh?
How can someone even be aroused after you seeing someone screaming and yelling and
but watch this though. And this way they say now, Charlie, because I don't want to forget my chain of thought. I'm gonna use the exact words. That scripture gotta mean rape. 30 days. So you mean tell me you kill their mother and father and they okay with it and they just gonna sit down and let you marry them? Man, come on, man. Who does that? Well, the black man does it. And the black woman does it every goddamn day. Y'all talk about 400 years of slavery. Black woman marrying the white man every day. The black man damn sure been marrying the white woman all the time. And she accuse you of rape.
But Qanath, it happened though. When you go back into the ancient times when people used to invade those villages and they would kill the males and the boys and take the women. The women used to marry the men that they was conquered by because they had nowhere to go. They was done.
But Sham, check this out. These guys are talking about rape, right? And talk about what woman would do that. So the scripture must be rape, and you kill her mother and father. Well, the white man killed our mother and fathers, and we marry them. Our women marry the white man. The black man damn sure marrying the white woman, right? And here's the sad thing about it: you talk about rape as a black man, right? Raping other nations as a black man, out of revenge of the Most High, say revenge of His. Think about this right here. You raping another nation. Don't you know when you had sex willfully, right? Or being coerced out of being told that you was going to be, say you raped her in slavery, you had to have sex with that woman, right? And then she still turn around and say you raped her. Right? A woman of another nation, now you done got castrated for not raping her, but to use the word rape. Now you want to go out here and use the Lord's name saying you can rape.
And to see, the thing is, the reason why that is in the Bible, because people have to understand that those was world events that was actually happening to people during that time. So that's why the Lord put it in the scripture. That's why I keep telling people, if the Bible was fake, it wouldn't have certain things written in it. It's letting you know that this kind of stuff went on during these certain dispensations of time. Like you have people who's doing it now. Soldiers, remember?
Listen. Let me say something. No, just don't go into the scripture because I'm telling you.
Listen, remember Elder Bakwash had those pictures of the American soldiers and how they was over into the Iraq or whatever, the Muslim lands, and they was over there raping them girls. And Bakwash was like the Hispanic guy who had the photos, and he was like, well, why are the troops over there doing this? Why are they raping the young women in the land and stuff like that if they claiming they protecting people? Because that's the kind of savage stuff that people do in war. The Hebrew word for rape in the Torah or in the Bible, in the oldest Bible dictionary, is anas, and it means savage, to be a savage, a heathen, to do violence, to do harm, to murder, to kill. That's what rape means. That's not of the Israelite custom because we're not savages. We're not meant to do violence or rape nobody or cause harm. We don't do that kind of behavior.
Some of these niggas are savages. Some of them Canaanites. Some of them are savages.
And some of us was not meant to do that.
Edomites.
We have Israelites of the devil too, but we was not men that does that. So the Hebrew word in the Bible, period, or in the just Torah or whatever, the Hebrew actual word for rape in the Hebrew is anas, and it means to be savage. Okay, to live lawless. Also, and I showed it before. I'm gonna go back and bring it up again for everybody can see it. That's not the way of Israelite living lawless. To be a rapist is to live lawless. Now,
that scripture don't have a damn thing to do with rape at all. Nothing to do with rape. Okay, and when you read the scripture, it goes down into talking about what was going on with the Canaanites having sex with their moms and they damn sisters and cousins. I mean, just doing all kind of not diabolical.
The sister got a question. She said, "How do we address what happened when women took when How do we address what happened when we took women that hadn't known man from Canaanite, etc.? Right. So that, sister, is what they did was, and that's just in any time of war. When they conquered the village or the people, this is what I was saying before, they would kill the men, kill the boys, take the virgin women, and then they'll marry the men in their country. That's how they do, because the women couldn't defend themselves. They didn't have no husbands, and if they was untouched, that's why the Bible says, kill all the men, women, and children, but the virgin women keep for thyself. They did that in war. That was a war practice period. Wherever people went.
That don't mean rape.
Right, don't mean rape them. You ain't got to rape them. But the women, they're going to be submissive anyway. What they're going to do? You got a bunch of women, they can't fight, they can't go to war. So either they're going to marry them, or they're going to get caught by some other men somewhere and marry into them, to their family. That's how it was. That's the way the war was during them ancient times when you had the armor and shield days, when they riding around on horses.
But I'm gonna go a little deeper, man. I understand all that, but it's just something missing.
That was taken captive. Well, in those days, they were willing to lay down and marry men of other nations that took them. And then you had, but of course, you had some rebellious women, but they was killed. A lot of them was killed or sold into slavery. That's how they did. That's just the way it was. And then you had some people who practices the cruelty and say break them. So they would have a thing where they would have the person or another slave or somebody from like their people tell them to break them to make them act right. That's just how
the Most High don't condone rape, period.
But no, the Most High don't condone it. He ain't telling us to go out there and rape women. Israel, we don't need to rape nobody. That was not nothing that we had to do. That was war ways that they practice. All you got to do is read it up in other cultures. When you look into the stuff that happened with the Persians and the Romans and everybody who was ruling, they practiced that stuff, and what they even still do it today. When these people be having these wars over across the seas and shit like that, them soldiers be over there raping the women, man. They does that shit. And it's not, I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them do. They be over there raping because they got authority and the power, and they feel they know they can get away with it. So you can rape whoever you want, anywhere you want over there. You ain't gonna get charged for it, because who gonna charge you for raping somebody?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Any brother, so-called brother, that's talking about, man, we go to war, we can rape. Let me know right now. And if you saying, look, man, we ever go to war out here, Qanath, if war break out tomorrow, I might rape me a few women. That's other nations. I want to know right now.
Why though?
But no. Because anybody believing that doctrine right now, they got to answer that question right the heck now. If we go to war right now, and we winning, starting tomorrow, and we winning, are you going to rape women of other nations? I need to know that shit right now. Anybody agree? I don't give a damn what video being made. Anybody agree that saying we go to war tomorrow, you're going to rape women of other nations? Let Qanath know right now so we can do a goddamn series on your ass. Let me know right now.
My thing is, I don't even want to rape women of other nations. I'm too much in love with black women. Like, I don't need no women of other nations. You know, they all right to look at, but being with them and wanting to lay in the same bed with them, no. And like, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I was at the water park with my family for the weekend, and I was looking at all these people of the other nations, and what I found so strange about them, and I was like, man, all their hair lay straight, and when they wet, all the water just fall off their body like it's dead. And I noticed that was from everybody who had straight hair, and everybody who had the willy, kinky, curly hair, the water just gliss on us. And I was like, you can tell the difference of how the Most High made the people when somebody wet and the way that they look. And I just like, I wasn't fascinated about them. There was a lot of Hispanic women there too. And they had some nice bodies. They had a lot of body work done, but I still didn't find myself interested in them, seeing them in bikinis and two pieces. And I was just telling myself that, like, you know, I think like how we was taught to hate ourselves and not love Africa and love how our people was made. But you know that reverse psychology on me.
But Shay, you know what that is, Shay? Hey, Shay, you know what that is, brother? That's a part of the awakening, brother. We are realizing how beautiful we are. And just in our beauty, the people that hate us, they don't just hate our beauty. They hate to see us happy. See, it's not about all this other shit. A lot of people, they hate seeing you happy. A raise? You driving what? Where you live? How he afford them or she afford them shoes? Where she get that diamond ring? What you say, y'all? Oh yeah, my wife. This years ago. My wife. This is a long time ago. My wife drove up to work and had a Navigator, right? Brand new Navigator. Oh, smoking. Everybody else had Ferraris and Porsches and shit. And everybody BMW and everybody black. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I went there. I was like, what the hell y'all niggas doing? You can't trust you niggas. Just playing. But the guy say, the director say, what are y'all doing? We paying them too much. We paying them too much. All these fancy ass cars out here. It goes back. They hate who we are. You know. But go ahead, Shane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I was saying. I was just saying that I don't find no more enjoyment of being with my own people, being with my own women, and in dealing with women of my nation because they understand me, who I am, my struggle. You don't ever have to deal with a woman who don't understand what it's not like to being black, especially a black man. I don't think no female or no other nation can tell you what you go through every day as being a black man, growing up in America, being discriminated against, hated, looked down upon, looked at as a criminal or thief or thug or anything, and just always discriminated against.
They mad because we starting to recognize our power, bro. We starting to recognize our spiritual connection to the Most High, and they seeing the prophecies that we speak about coming true, right? They realize they have no power. The water's against them. The air is against them. The elements, the sun, everything is against them, right? The animals is against them, brother. The soil. Think about it, right? In the selenium, all of it is against them, man. The way the dirt is formed, right? So they waking up to the knowledge just like we are. So what it is they start to hate us more because now the black man, the so-called black man, is standing up. The black woman is standing up, uniting. Unfortunately, some of us gonna fall by the wayside, and some of them gonna realize at the end to wake up. That's okay. But all Israel shall be saved. They recognize the power that we have, man. That's a fact. So they using agents or just dum-dums or so-called Hamites to go against us, right? Or Mazers to go against us.
And see, my main thing is it's about loving ourselves. And I think once you accomplish that and love yourself, love who looks like you, even when I look at my kids, I can't imagine myself having mongrel children, like, because there was a lot of mixed couples there. And I was just saying to myself, I was thinking the Most High, like, thank you, Father, that you ain't allowed this to happen to me. Because I got friends that got, married white women and got kids by them, and their kids are mixed, and some of them look white and some of them look partially black. And I had to tell myself that, like, I think the Most High that He didn't allow that.
They can still serve the Father, man. Whatever their destiny is their destiny.
The crazy thing about it is, my homeboy found out he was an Israelite, and he already had 4 kids by the white girl.
Hey.
And we was talking about it, and I never really got into it with him about that whole thing about mixing, because I just I was there and I was looking at his kids, and I wasn't like jumping on him hard body about it, but I was like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be with this white girl now. It's too late. You got a whole damn family, and they just had a baby, and it was crazy. And I was it's a difficult thing, man. But hey, like, I could never do it when we was messing with white girls, and I had 2 at the same time. I just couldn't see myself being with one because even
You know you did it. Stop pumping.
no. What I'm saying is,
You was wide open. Stop playing.
I wasn't, man. Dealing with you, I just wasn't happy dealing with them. Like even sexually, like that was all right, but I was a black woman. Like I wasn't.
Talk to me.
I wasn't.
All right, look, play that clip one more time, man. Let's go to these clips you want to show. Play that clip of Maharakal agreeing with the adversary, our dear brother Satan. Because Satan is our brother. According to you niggas, y'all say Esau, Satan, everybody else. Go ahead, let that beautiful video recording play.
Hold on, I gotta find it again.
All these people hating on the queen, man. That's how they got them running.
So yeah, but I'm gonna show these other slides too after this.
Yeah, let's get to it. Grandma said, "Get to the nitty gritty."
Always that with the women of other nations. They women.
So you're saying that
stop it right there, Sharon. Stop, Sharon. Stop.
To take.
I'm gonna tell y'all what made me mad right there with this whole thing. Not just rape. He said it's not like the Most High gave us permission to deal with other women. They're women. The way my brother said they're women, like they're less than nothing. Listen, remember I told you about perception and what people say out their mouth and just look at their countenance and tell how they feel, their shoulders, their eyes, their head movement, and how their vocals go up and down. So I let her say something. He said, they're women. And the way he said it, it's like he had an irregard toward women of other nations, right? I hate to say women at all, but that's what it sounds like, my dear brother. Just women overall. I don't care if you got a woman as the mother or the daughter or the wife. Is how you feel about women. Now, y'all listen. Play that again.
Always that with the women of other nations. They women.
So you're saying that the Most High gives y'all permission to take, kidnap, conquer, and rape women.
Deuteronomy 21. And remember, I was on here for that.
Pause. He said, the Most High give you permission to rape, conquer, and do whatever the women. My brother went to Deuteronomy, right? And I'm going to do a class on this with the Deuteronomy. And to justify all them derogatory things to do to a person, what some people would say human, right? To do that, right? To the weaker vessel, irregardless of nation, who has no power to really try to physically fight you back. You know? But the woman, Deuteronomy 21. This is what I'm talking about, how brothers quote scripture to please their nature. Because as a man, I don't care what time it was, today or back in ancient days, I'm not going to want to rape. Does a man get excited? Hell yeah. Do we not want to pull back? Hell yeah. But now you're going to act like wild sharks or piranhas and go in a frenzy, and we just going to rape. Man, come on, bro. Let it
play. A woman when you're at war. If you capture her, and then there's a law that says you have to shave her head and par her nails, and she have to abide with you for 30 days and bereave her parents. And then after that 30-day cycle, you can go in onto her. I'm sure in 30 days, she ain't gonna just want you to lay with her, but that was the law that was given to the men of war. That was at war.
Pause. Now I'm gonna tell you, a lot of guys don't understand law, commandment, or permission, or whatever you want to call it. There is no law. If you go to other nations, thou mustest rapist. When thou go of war, if thou not going to rape, thou will be persecuted. If thou refuse to rape, thou hast committed blasphemy. So you mean to tell me it's a law that the man must rape in war? Because it's a law. Show me in the law that a man must rape. See, a lot of people don't understand reading and comprehension, put it that way, and what perspective the scripture should be put into. No idea. No idea. That's the law. But guess what? Is these niggas obeying the law today? We all know what's supposed to happen to a false prophet. And everybody walking a false prophet, so shut up. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna fall back for real.
God, your Most High God, said it's all right to rape her.
Yeah. What you want me to say? What you want me to say?
God.
Well, that was it on that. So, well, you know, I disagree with that. But I want to show these other slides that this guy sent. If y'all don't mind us getting to this. So, family, the guy sent some more information of stuff they sharing from the Native American Defense League. And he sent some more stuff. So this is what they sent. The guy sent. And this is what they passing around. He said this is some of the most recent stuff that they have. Now, Tally, you saw the shows we've been doing on this, Queen?
Yes, I'm always around. May not be in action, but I'm always around.
Yes, you know, this shit crazy here. So this is some more photos the guy sent us. So they got a picture of Cockroach. They floating around saying he's a racist, xenophobic. I forgot what that means. I looked it up. And I think this says misogynistic scumbag, promoting black supremacist propaganda in indigenous communities, self-hating scumbag. So these are the dudes from the Native American Defense League. And they sending this stuff, and these are Hispanics and Native Indians are sending this stuff to the BIA and the FBI and the cops.
They sending this to the FBI. Look at this man's face.
The FBI, the BIA, and
look at this man's face. They probably like, this some goddamn back alley hillbilly, some goddamn where they put some goddamn trash bags around his damn head. It's aluminum foil. Talk about shalom, Billy Bob. Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Look, come on, man. I'm happy they put that up. They probably like, how in the Sam this dude promote black supremacy?
I know, right?
Look, bro, how the hell is he promoting black supremacy? This shit is a joke.
These guys is doing anything to protect their community. They don't, and they feel like these guys, these Israelites and these guys from these camps, coming violating their territory, coming on their reservations.
Hey, the bigger picture, Sham, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm having fun with Cockroach. This nigga support this guy. He's not a nigga, but this guy promoting black supremacists. This shit. Look at
that is crazy though.
Look at him, man. How the hell? This some cheek and tone type of shit up in smoke. This shit must be high. This is a high post.
I mean, you can't make this shit up.
This is a high post right here, brother. This is what's that guy named? Hyman. He was like that shit come from Philly. That good coke come from Philly. Cause this is a goddamn coke statement if I never heard one. What they call a Indian League? Y'all niggas on coke.
The Native American Indian Defense.
They on coke that they like, we desperate. They got a goddamn white supremacist talking about he promote black supremacy.
Bring it out.
All right. Then you got.
Oh my God.
I know, right? That's what I said, man. I'm just down at this unemployed low
Man,
life,
come on, bro. Stop this shit.
begging for money, claims he's black, but is actually Navajo Indian and Mexican. Forces Hispanics and natives to join white supremacist groups and hate on their
Bro,
other ethnic groups.
bro, this some 80 movies type of shit.
And that's the guy that said he would rather get F by a black.
This like some teenage vampire group shit. What the hell is this, man?
I'm telling you, man.
This some goddamn weird science statement. He need to be on some down on side for real, shorty. Are you kidding me? Claim he's black.
This is what they floating around.
What the hell? This claiming he's black, shorty. Oh my gosh. What's this one?
Grown men can marry 12-year-old girls in the kingdom of the Most High. You can get them young, married at 12 years old. This is what they. This is
man, you gotta laugh, brother. You can't tell me this shit was an infiltrator.
That's what I said. This shit is just crazy.
Go rape the 12 in the kingdom.
He's a mamzer. Like,
they even do Elder Tahar up there. They even got Elder Tahar. Like, I'm like, bro, they
oh my Lord.
That's what I said.
We gonna have him. We gonna have him young. We gonna have him young in the kingdom.
Here we go.
Crazy, man. Are y'all kidding me?
Look,
sometimes, man, it makes you mad, but you gotta laugh at this shit. Where are we involved in, man? Who are we actually dealing with here, brothers and sisters?
HOI, Shawa Paul Ben Yum, recruits Hispanics and natives, along with blacks, to hate and enslave and murder other ethnic groups. Pedophile and con artists. They called them.
Let me say this. This not against HOI because I'm still not doing anything against HOI. This right here, I want this to go up because I understand what they're saying about the pedophilia, but this is the problem we have in Israel when we talk about certain shit. They use it against us. Now you got this group right here that y'all say are Israelites posting shit like this in Facebook, Instagram, all over. The ones you call Israel, y'all ain't making no videos about that, but you talk about FOPE on that Tally channel, huh, Elder? But you ain't making no damn videos about your brother right there, right? That's talking about your brothers in HOI and other camps, right? ISUPK. You ain't talking about them, right? Calling you pedophiles and rapists and all of that. Your mouth is on mute, but guess what? You fit the picture. That's why you ain't talking about them. Your eyes is evil towards your brothers and sisters, and that's us. But them, you ain't think about it.
This their Northern Kingdom.
Here go the big one. Read this shit, Shab. I know you about to put up. Don't put that one up.
Zabak, you want me to show this one?
No, don't show that one.
All right, I'll skip it. Yeah, I forgot he had his daughter on there. I'll skip that one. My bad. All right. And this is another one here. This guy, I believe is Curry. That's how you say that is Curry. Black Elk. These black people are here in Ridge saying they're
hold on, bro. Hold on. Stop. We gotta deal. Don't stop reading. He said these black.
See? This is right?
Why you have to emphasize they black? These damn blacks. These black people.
You see,
that's your brother. These black. These damn black. It's like somebody talking about roaches. These damn roaches. I'm tired of these black people.
You see them filming, right? You see
them filming? That's just them vexing, you know. That's
like a Mexican, and this a Mexican, right? Now, who out there teaching? IUIC. And here go look. That's a Mexican female right there. Who they talking to, right? And you see these Negroes, right?
Which one is a female?
Right here. That's a female. Right there. See?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, and then you got.
But they don't even look like y'all kid. Y'all talking about these your people? Look at this.
Now, this is what he wrote. These black people are here in
these black people here.
They're the original natives. I jammed these men up and told to stop preaching their fucking Bible. And we're not Israel and we're and we're not Israelites. I'm guessing he's saying we're not Israelites. The manager at Big Bats, whatever the hell that said, whatever that's what he said, called the cops on us, but they're now escorted off this is supposed to be reservations, right?
Yeah, reservation. Yep.
This is our homeland, not Jerusalem, Israel. This is our homeland. Take pride of
being Lakota.
So, like I said,
yes, they know where they're from. They're not confused. They have not been confounded. They know their history. I don't know why they act like these people don't know who they are.
And it's coming out their own mouth. And I'm like, why are they mad? This is what they saying. This is what they saying, family. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, sister, you got some brief history on these damn we don't hate, but the so-called Indians. You got some brief history real quick.
Well, when it comes to these people, there is an extensive history. They have an extensive background. They come from the Aztecs. I had a conversation because I was posting about the Canaanites. And the thing is that if you really want to go there, they have most history that out of a lot of people. They go all the way back to the Mayans. They go back to the Incas and the Aztecs. They go back to when you go into Peru, when you go to Machu Picchu, when you go into all those areas, those are thousands of years and how they traveled up. They have their own God. If you go to Mexico, their airport is called Quetzalcoatl Airport. Who taught them that? The Romans did not come over and teach them no Quetzalcoatl. They taught them the Bible, but they didn't teach them that. That was originally theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they get up here and they say this stuff, and that's something that I want to have this conversation with them. I want to sit down and I really want to get to the bottom of why do you think these people were not indigenous originally here? Why do you think they came over here? And if they did come over here, was there people here before them? Because it doesn't make any sense. Are they not related to the Aztecs? Are they not related to the Incas? Are they not related to the Mayans? Are they not these people? Like, what is their
the so-called a lot of these people today, from my understanding, is that they're none of these people. They are a true hybrid nation. When you go back and look at their DNA, yeah, some of us might have a little mixture here, but you look at there's a totally mix, right? So they are not. I mean, to me, there are many different, and that's part of the I guess we say Jaffa Canaanite. Excuse me, stock. I will ask this question to anybody real quick. Now, is that when they keep on saying we lost our languages, right? These people they got theirs.
And that's what I'm saying. But and I just wanted to, because I see Yehuda in the chat. So my thing is like this, right? When you say that they're a mixture of people, they are a mixture of people. When you look at the word Mayan and when you look at the word Guatemala, Buddha's name actually is Guatemala and his mother name is Mayan. So Buddha is actually where they got a lot of this from. So a lot of them probably migrated from Asia and then crossed over that Bering Strait and came over here. So we can get into that as well. But the thing is that when you really dig into this history that they have, and I'm willing to go there, like I said, I'm willing to have that conversation because I'm trying to, if I can only pull what I have, if they pull something that they have, so that way we can get to the bottom of who they want to say they are. Because like I said, there is an extensive history that is here. And then they mix with these, Europeans. They mix with them as well. So we know that they got whited out eventually as time progressed on. But that is their background and that is their history. They still are these people. They just, have been whited out. But they still have the Mayan and the Aztec background. That's still who they are. They're still there. They still carry on the language. They still carry on the worship of the gods, and they still understand their ways. So it's really interesting how how things can go. But I'm willing to have a conversation. If anybody want to come up and talk about it, we can talk about it.
Okay. And I think we got one more.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Go ahead, Sharon. Yeah, I wish somebody will come up. You welcome to come up. Not to debate, man. miss you, brother. You know,
Yep.
it is what it is. All right, go ahead, Sham.
Qanath, you can read that one.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
I'm on my phone.
We'll let
I prefer. Oh. Come on. Okay. I'm looking. I prefer the Negro, cover Mexican, Guatemalan / Puerto Rican, Native American, and the 12 tribes. Oh, I'm not saying that shit.
Which one you prefer, Elder Qanath?
I can't believe I said been reading that. Damn,
yeah. So you see your boy, he posted that on Facebook. Now this got to be a dumb motherfucker to post some shit like this on social media. What the hell is wrong with him? Like I said, man, listen, when I saw this, when I was crying, laughing, I couldn't believe it. I said, listen, this guy is fucking crazy. Even to write that on social media, like who does that? Well, family, let me get that off the screen. Woo! I don't know.
Enough for me.
I don't know.
But
yeah, this is the This is the type of stuff that I've been on Facebook having, dialogues about. I've been leaving, messages on there for people to come up and, talking about the Canaanites, talking about how the so-called Mexican, Hispanics, Native Americans are the Canaanites. Like I've been having that conversation, and I've been waiting on them to leave their information. And I told him, hey, that was kind of like where that Elder Kaha came from. He's actually under that post that I made. And he said that he wanted to talk about how they came over from Arsareth and how they came over here. And I was like, okay, well, come on, hit the link. If you don't heard, Sharshell put the, Sharshell made a video, made a live for him and everything, but nobody wants to have that conversation. And I find it very interesting because I'm right here and I'm ready to have it.
No, I actually posted that live a couple of days ago because when I discovered what I was discovering in the scriptures, man, Elder Qanath was talking about the land of the north. So it was like already in the spirit of us going to go live.
Oh, it was already on time then. Well, shoot.
Yeah. So, and when I posted it up there, I was just showing that for the live. So when that day comes, me and King Judah go live, but you can come on, sis, if you want to, because he want to do it Friday. We're going to go through the scriptures. We're going to go through the Hebrew breakdown. We're going to show you where the land of the north is, how it's impossible that they could not came over here do the Euphrates. That's why I said I'm gonna beat you up with your own slides. Because when I said, damn, I can use this for the class. This is perfect, because I was looking for something like that slide that he posted. That's why I was asking if you get the rest of them. And we're gonna show them out of their own shit. They don't know what they're talking about. And they broke down second address wrong and just regurgitating it. It's clearly in your face that you don't understand anything that you're reading. And like I tell you, it's not even the elders who broke it down. It's just, it's incorrect. It's incorrect. And I'm going to prove it. It's going to be undeniable. Shalom, Gad. Most High bless.
Shalom, Mark. How you doing? Shalom, Qanath.
Cool.
Shalom, sister.
Most High bless. Most High bless. All right, brother.
Man, I'm having a little back and forth with this with Captain Kazar, man, and he's sitting up here trying to the stuff that you've been posting the last couple of days, right? So yeah. I sent them all that shit, right? You know what he said that he said that, oh, you're getting this off of a fake account.
I'm not getting that off of no account. All that information that they bringing to me, I showed the email, the guy that's emailing it, but I'm not showing his name in this email because I respect people's privacy. If somebody send us information, I'm not going to go put them on blast and having people stalking the people who saying, hey, check this out or look at this. If somebody send us stuff through email, I look through it. That's why you saw the top of it blacked out, because why would I do that? And then what if he decide, you know what? I ain't going to send these guys no more information. So I try to protect people's identity. Where the hell am I going to get that shit from, Gad?
You can go to the site and see about
listen, hold on.
The American Defense League. That's true. That's true with them. Also,
I'm gonna pull it up where the guy said it out his own mouth. Who he's sending this to? He the one told us about it. I would never known about this shit. What we come out if he wouldn't have sent his email? This ain't no shit we made up. This guy sent this stuff.
Yeah, this dude said, he said, what this fool say? Yeah, he said, oh yeah, you getting this off of a fake account or some bullshit that he said, man. And it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, the dude said that he was doxxed, right? So if he was doxxed and he's sitting up here admitting that this was a personal conversation that they had. So
look, this is not a fake account. This is a screenshot from my cell phone and from me. You know how you go into your photo editor and I just see this right here. This is the letter that you when you open your Google Gmail, and that's the little camera thing down there, right? All I did was mark this part out, and I marked this part out. Now you notice it says inbox. Yeah. That's what it says. About One West, especially ISUPK. You see the star where you can star your what's name or forward in this. This is from the cell phone, from me looking at it, and this is what he wrote. So how's you? I don't know what you talking about fake. This is what he said. I didn't say this shit. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take his identity off, and I'm gonna just show the picture and what the guy wrote, and you can see this is what he wrote. I didn't know, and then we had to look up the BIA. Tori looked that up, didn't he? Qanath? I didn't know what the BIA is. I'm like, the fuck is the BIA? I think he said, what's that? The Bureau of Indian Affairs or some shit. I think Tori said when he looked it up. I don't know, bro. So he's saying off something fake. This is a lot of shit to be fake.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's funny because, you know, it's funny because it's like this. They're very quiet on this shit. I mean, in all the stuff you guys been bringing out has been coming out the last couple of days. Ain't nobody's, and you know, what I find ironic. Nobody in Israel is talking about it right now.
Here's another email.
Hey, first email. Let's say that. Forget about email. I want to go to Northern Kingdom picture. Things on Facebook.
Who's doing Northern Kingdom Prophet?
You just passed it. Well, there it is right there because I think that's it. Northern Kingdom Prophet.
Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. I think they sent that in the second group. Hold on.
Because the reason why I say this, like I said, we don't have nothing against no man or woman. Right? We're not so-called what you want to call Christians in third. But
him.
I don't like betrayal, right? And just read that, brother. Y'all remember the Northern Kingdom Prophet guy, right? All the come on here, the so-called Indians went against him and everything. Y'all remember him? You want to describe him, Shannon, and read it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back up because for some reason, there you go. I don't know why I be doing that. It's like you notice when I be moving it, it don't allow me to zoom in or move it up and down no more for some reason. I gotta bring it back.
Don't worry about it.
No, I got it up. All right. Now this is Northern Kingdom Prophet. See, wanted out of L communities. Yakwash Halak Masha. He changed his name because I don't even think that was his name, but he changed it. Southern King. Now he was Northern Kingdom Prophet. Now he's Southern Kingdom Prophets. Then it says the so-called Hispanics and Native Indians are the true biblical Israelites. So he don't see Israel as black no more. He switched up. Now he's saying Israel is only Hispanics and Native Indians.
And he's Southern Kingdom.
And now
but you know what? But here's the thing. I have no problem with that. The problem is the people who say they my brothers, right? They don't say shit to them. He can be your brother, like y'all say he's your brother. Now he said y'all not Israel, and he the Southern Kingdom, the whole nine. I ain't open y'all mouth, but to us, you go on our sister channel and say we Jerry Springer, we this, we all this other shit. But him and a few others say y'all this and that and third. Now y'all don't open y'all mouth. It seems like it's the black man going against the black man, the black woman going against the black woman.
The problem is this: who taught him? Where did he learn he was an Israelite from? One West.
One West.
And now he's saying we ain't Israelites. And it's another guy too that keep talking crap about us. Remember I went on the show?
Yep.
He's saying the same thing. He learned from One West. Now he's saying we Canaanites.
Yep.
And that's why I be saying, like, why don't nobody speak on this kind of shit?
Well,
now,
and also I want to share some information that when you get a chance, Sharshan.
Oh, whenever you want to pull up your screen, sis. But see what I'm saying, Gary? Why don't nobody talk about this stuff these guys be saying? Why don't they speak about the Native American Defense League or anything? Like when people bring this type of stuff up, now you got whole camps and tribes of dudes coming against us. Their whole teaching is about us being Canaanites, and calling black people wannabe Aboriginals, Wabos.
Yeah. Well, as far as Northern Kingdom Prophet, I've seen his metamorphosis last year.
Yep, I see your screen, but you got the StreamYard up. Just let me know when you change it over. I'll switch it for you.
Yeah, I seen his metamorphosis last year. I think it was last year, and I was like, you know what, I'll try to talk to him, and I mean, he was too far gone at that point, so I was like, I just let the dude alone. As far as this bullshit that's going on with this homosexual pedo crap that's going on with UPK, they're not going to talk about it. But my thing is, why is this one not talking about this? I mean, is this something that the nation just want to keep quiet? I mean, it's been put out there on social media. It's been put out there on this platform and a few others. So I'm just trying to understand why is this not a bigger issue or being talked about? In another thing too, this situation with IUIC. I don't know if you guys heard earlier. Somebody from IUIC just got shot in Kansas City. Yeah, just today. That same and I'm in Kansas City, the same city where that shit went down last month.
Wow.
And this dude, Cockroach, since I was posting this to him, he said, I'm gonna pray you don't get clapped next for slandering a priest.
Hey, Gary, can I ask you a question if you don't mind?
Oh, good, man.
Do you consider yourself to be Guatemalan?
No.
What is your background, if you don't mind me asking?
My background is black, and my father's native and black.
What I don't want to say what kind of native. That doesn't sound appropriate, but I don't know how to ask. But what is
his father black? I've seen it. He showed his father. He looked like a Negro to me.
You said your father is a black native?
Yeah. We got.
He looked like one of them guys.
Cherokee, Blackfoot?
I mean, I would assume probably from Alaska, but he also said Cherokee before, so.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to ask that because I'm getting ready to say something about the Guatemalans.
No, Ty, I can't hear you.
I'm getting ready to share my screen.
Oh, okay. So I just found it funny. Everybody coming against him, nobody said anything.
You said he got
Shit.
shot. Somebody got shot there today. Is the guy alive, or did he give any more updates?
That's the most update as it is right now. It must have happened just a couple hours ago because someone just posted.
If this the guy that had his knee in that man's stomach, then you know who did it. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's in the same city, Kansas City. So, and everybody in the city knows about it right now. So, and the funny thing is, because the shit that I just posted, all the screenshots that you posted, because Qanath came on there and said, "Oh, well, this could be fake and whatnot, or do you have any proof of this particular shooting?" And when he immediately said that, I immediately just posted all this stuff, but he was coming in that Facebook post to talk about that, but that's what just went down. So I don't know. It's weird because I mean, last month, they had that little skirmish with IUIC. So and people are saying that it could be retaliation. Who knows? We don't know the full details yet.
I don't know. But that's kind of odd. Go ahead now.
Yeah, so like I was saying that majority of Guatemalans, a lot of these people in this, these so-called indigenous people, are related to the Mayans, right? That's what I said. They either related to the Aztec, the Mayans, or the Incas. And right here, it shows you, it says majority of indigenous people in Guatemala are of Mayan descent. Now, I want to show you guys like this fun fact right here that I just came upon. So Maya is actually the name of Buddha's mother, right? And then when you look at Buddha's name, his name is Gautama Buddha. That's his name. So when you look at the name Guatemala and you look at the name Mayan, it all looks like it's coming from Buddha, meaning that these people pretty much are in cahoots with what we would say with the Asian people. And with that understanding is that there is some form of mixture that has happened with the Asians and these so-called Hispanics, right? Now, I saw in the chat that Yehuda was saying that they're not of Guatemala, they're not of Mayan descent, but right here clearly tells you that the Mayans are a part of the Guatemala population. And we can say the same thing about the Aztecs, because a lot of the Mexicans, they trace their ancestry back to the Aztecs. So when I say that, and like I said, I'm really wishing that someone who has an issue with what I'm saying would come on and click the link so that I can further bring out more information so we can get to the bottom of it. Because the thing is that, people come in, they say they disagree, but then they don't come up and tell you why they disagree, and they don't want to have a conversation with you as to show you why you're wrong or allow me to prove why I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I thought it was pretty cool to let you guys know that Buddha actually shares the name Guatemalan, and his mother name is actually Maya. So that's pretty much where all this stemmed from. Is probably the same as worshiping Buddha and his mom. So if anybody has any questions, let me know.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking. What was weird about it? I had saw the boxer, what's his name? The one that fought Tank last, Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he had the serpent god deity on his shorts, Amaru. And then when you was, told us about that, and I was like, yeah, he got it right on his shorts, even though he had, Hebrew Israelite stuff on his chest and he was posing and all that, but he was representing the god Amaru. And I was like, and I thought that was odd.
No, it's not odd, because that is their god. Amaru is an Amorite. That's the god of the Amorites. That's Amaru. And they tell you, like, it's Tupac name is actually Tupac Amaru Shakur, which is actually Hispanic name. His mom used that name. But the thing is that name is actually a Canaanite name, because it's going back to the god Amaru. And when you look at the deity Amaru, which I can actually go hold that thought. I'm actually show. I like to show what I say. Let me just hold that thought. Go ahead, Usher.
Yeah, because when he was boxing him, and I saw that, and I said, "Damn, that Tally did say that," and he had it big and clear as day on his shorts. And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy," because I always try to figure that out about this whole Canaanite stuff. But then now this guy, because he did a video on us, Qanath, like 3 days ago, talking about us in the title. Talking about us.
The same guy that said we Canaanites?
Yeah, calling us Canaanites. And I just laughed.
Like 8 views, 30 views, something on the top.
He want us to debate him so bad. And I was like, man, I'm not giving this guy no more light. He just bad disrespectful. But
You guys are not the Israelites. You guys are from the tribe of Ham. I told you, you're from the tribe of Ham. You're not from the tribe. You're not from Shem. You're Japheth. You're Japheth the most. Hey Rico, tell Shasham the Negro that he's not part of Israel. Look, I make fun of me too. Stop playing. I'm a comedian sometimes. Stop playing.
And you did.
Okay, so
There we go now.
right here, as you see, is a Maru god, and they say Amaru is known under the name of Martu, was a Mesopotamian god who served as the divine personification of the Amorites. So if we look over here, they tell you he's the divine representation of Amorites in the Mesopotamian pantheon, and he talks about right here the worship of Larsa, votive statuette dedicated to Amaru for Hammurabi's life. And those who know who Hammurabi is actually he links back to the Canaanites. It goes back to the Amorites as well. So it's tons of information out here that lets you know that Amaru is the Amorite. You know, it says Amaru was a divine representation of the Amorites, a group of inhabiting certain areas west of Mesopotamia. The name Amaru, Martu Sumerian, can refer to both the god and to the people. So it's all here. It's all, you know, historical. Now, when it comes to the Amorites, of course, why does it have to work like that? Why do you have to? I would just leave it alone. But yeah. So we'll have the conversation. We'll have it.
So the Amorites also had.
You would have said he out.
So they also had the god, the Moloch.
What I tell you?
Moloch Baal. They was worshiping the god of the Amorites as well. That was enough. So Amorites had multiple gods too.
We can disagree. Agree.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Yeah, because
So, I mean, that information. I'm looking at information. I mean, that's a lot. That there had to be a lot of research done in source after source with that, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I just can't help myself right now. Just.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, what did y'all say? What?
No, he was talking about the sources that you got for the.
I said that's because I know that wasn't just like put up there. I know it got a lot of sources behind it. You know, certain scholars and so on.
Yeah, I'm gonna showcase a video. A clip of my own video that I had that showcases them actually telling you what their DNA actually links to. This is them telling you from 23andMe.
Oh, show that. I got to see that. Please show that.
Yes,
Please.
And my thing is like, you know, I don't know, you know, he and I, we gonna have our day. We will have our day. But let me get there while you guys continue on. But like you were saying, Sharshem, you are correct. That is just the pinnacle of the gods. Amaru is just the top deity, which is nothing but Baal, right? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? He's just Baal. Go ahead and play the video then.
No.
He got a video that he sent Sharshem. He got a video.
Yeah, I know. Y'all gonna go video. Scholar against scholar. Just come on up and talk. Yehuda, just come on in the room and talk about it, man. We miss you, brother. You've been around a minute. Most I bless.
Go ahead and play the video.
Hold on. All right, but hold on. I have to.
Hey, Gad, what you think about Mahar talking about it's okay for him to do some raping?
Oh, I'm gonna say this, right? With Maharakab, right? I'm gonna be honest, at first I was like, man, is he really gonna say this? But then again, I'm not really surprised because he did. I remember when the Yaquab situation, right? I do remember that motherfucker sitting up here saying, well, he got a fresh, they're mad because he got a fresh young Kobach. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the rape thing, I'm not surprised by that, honestly. And I think deep down from some of the things I've heard some of these guys in One West say, I'm not, it's just coming out slowly but surely that is what these guys teach.
Okay. I'm gonna play the video.
Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from Black people. We were so good at it that we just wiped out any trace of their language and their culture. Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from Black people. We were so good at it that we just wiped out any trace of their language and their culture.
Okay, there was that. I played it, the video. Stop screen share. So that video reminds me of that book that I was trying to get. That when they said Columbus had came over here and he discovered Black people on the land, and there was a bunch of Negroes. Remember that book, Qanath, that Elder Priest Dalawam had? Yeah. I'm still trying to get that book, and he said that they was already here.
No, we didn't get it.
A nation of people. No, I ain't get it.
No, that's what my dad put on here.
It was Negroes that was here.
I want to just elaborate more on what that video and what you're saying. When we look at the as you look at the Mayans, I mean the Amuru Khan, they are heavily melanated people. Okay, these people are very, very melanated. I mean, they're essentially what you would consider to be Black. I mean, you look at them, they're dark-skinned people, so nobody's disagreeing with that. The thing is that they got whited out, and their offspring are what you see today. I don't know, what's missing there. Now, when it comes to the Canaanites, though, there's also the Sinites who are Asians. So the whole thing is that the people already know that the Asians were originally a melanated people as well. And my question is when is somebody a Negro and when is somebody not? But they just because they have darker skin or a melanated complexion, like Indians, for instance, you know what I'm saying? We see people with heavily melanated complexions, but they're not us. They're not Negroes. But that doesn't necessarily mean they don't have a complexion that we share, because I believe everybody that originally started on the planet were all Black anyway. So I don't get his argument. I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, we look at the Amaru Khan, we look at the images of the Mayans and on the walls and stuff like that, they all are dark-skinned people. So, but the thing is that as as time progressed on, they started to mix with these other groups of people, and their offspring are who we see today. Now, as far as them saying that they wiped out these people's history and they took away, like, is he trying to say that these people are us, that we are these people, that we are because I see a lot of people that saying that we are we didn't come from Africa, that we came from, like, we are originally from here. I hope that's not the argument that he's trying to make this time, because we do come from Africa. So, and there is.
That's what them top cats guys be saying, but
yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm like,
I don't
I
believe
talked
that.
to Top Cat. He wanted me to come on his channel, and one day I will, come on there. But the thing is, it's like this. And Yehuda needs to click the link, But I got a video that I'm gonna share. Just 1 second.
All right. Let me share these screenshots real quick. Hold on. There we go. Where's my screen? Oh, all right. Hold on. That I'm gonna share your screen, then I'll do it after you're done. Go ahead. There you go. You can play it whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm getting ready to play it, guys. Just a second.
from Italy, Greece.
Ooh, what? Crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm like literally like shaking. And then 1.2% broadly East Asian. That makes sense too, like, because like technically we all came from like China, I guess.
Just got the email that my fucking DNA results are.
Did you guys hear that? I was having a hard time hearing it.
Yeah, it's a little low, but we can hear it.
Okay, so my whole point of the whole thing, and I'm gonna rewind it back so you guys can just see what was listed there.
Yeah, it was super low.
Yeah, it was. So I'm going to explain to you guys what the big deal is about this is. It tells you right here in her DNA, it says East Asian and Native American 99.9%. So when you look at that, she's sharing East Asian as well as Native American. So what am I saying here is that these Native Americans and these East Asians are pretty much the same exact people. Okay, and the thing is that what they did was they journeyed over and they branched over to what we would consider to be the Americas, right? And you know, with the Genghis Khans, that's where the name Khan is associated with the Amuru Khan. They all worship their god Amuru. They're all the same people. And if I really want to, and if I do, I can show you right here. If you do like a simple, hopefully you guys can follow me with this. I may have to change the way I'm sharing. Let me change the way I'm sharing.
Yeah, because I know down here, like in grocery stores, major grocery stores, you see Asians own it and Hispanics working online with them. You can't tell who's who. All of them working together. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
All right, so I'm getting ready to share another screen, and this right here is just a simple. If you guys ever search who the Sinaites are, if you share that, and it's just okay. So if you just put in Sinaites, as you see, there's answers in Genesis, there's Creation Wiki, there's many different groups that are sharing, websites that are sharing who the Chinese come from. And right here, if we just click on the very first one, and I can get into real scholarly sources. This is just for fun, right? But I'll go where I have to go. But this is just a quick source here. I mean, just a quick, you Google Sinaites, it tells you right here, and the people came out of Babel, Genesis 10:32, including the Chinese people. The Chinese came from the line of Noah's son Ham. This is what they teach, that the Chinese come from Noah's son Ham. They come from the Hamites. A lot of people are trying to say that these people are Shemitic, Moabites and all this kind of stuff. No, not. They come from Ham.
You know why too? Because you had black Africans that had that looked the same as Chinese people, and they had woolly hair, and they had the slanted eyes. And I'm like, people don't see those African tribes that look like that.
Yeah, they exist. They used to be, very melanated as well.
Yeah,
we got images of
Alexander went up there and conquered them, and the Japanese and Chinese, their whole genetic.
When you look at
They got quiet. Anything good? What happened?
why, and you brought up a good point, Sharsham. And like you said, with the slanted eyes may not be, because of an African trait. It may just be due to like a Hamitic trait. You know what I'm saying? People with the slanted eyes could very well be more of a Hamitic descent. When you look at the Khoisan down in Africa, they're Canaanite, right?
So they teach that they look like that because of incest, because a lot. That's what they was taught in the West. They say the Japanese and Chinese look like that. But we know, according to scripture, they don't fit prophecy, because it says that Moab and Ammon will be together and even to the end time. So if Moab and Ammon is the Japanese and Chinese, their kingdom is too far apart. China is here and Japan is there. It don't make sense. So that's why I said I didn't believe that no longer believe that Moab and Ammon is the Japanese and Chinese. They don't fit the prophecy. They don't fit it at all. And they, like I said, the slanted eyes things. I just got pictures of African books in here where they show African tribes. You got black Africans with woolly hair, and they got the slanted eyes, like they do. Like they got the same type of, that look that they got. So they can't use that as an incest thing, because that's what we taught. They look like that because of incest.
Well, if you listen to Unc, right? Let you finish real quick. If you listen to Unc, the reason why they got those slanted eyes, because he'd say that the science would tell you that they kept looking in the sun, they kept switching up.
No.
That's Unc in the science.
That's ridiculous for them to say that slanted eyes come from incest. That's ridiculous. We look at a lot of people. I know people actually who have had children that were a result of incest, unfortunately, and a lot of them may have the hands and the feet, the cleft hands and the cleft feet, and with that, but their eyes don't look slanted at all. So for them to put that on those people, and then with Lot's wife, you have to think about it. Their genetics was so much purer than what it is today. That probably fixed itself. Hundreds of years, thousands of years later, that they continue to intermix and interbreed with regular looking human beings, they would be normal by now. So it's just, all this stuff is just nonsense. Now, but when it comes to the Sinaites, it's not just about looks, it's also about their history, it's also about who they worship. It's also, we just can't go based off of your looks. We also have to look at who you worship. They had they had Father Sign. His name was, they got that from Father Sign, which I can show you that too. He was named after the Sinite. So they actually had the name Sign in their names.
Salakia, Queen Naphtali.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about you saying they're descendants of Ham? There's a documentary where a Chinese scientist finds out through DNA science that they are descendants of Africans. How ironic that you would say that when there are Chinese scientists who are not offended in the fact that they do have a common ancestor with ancient African black people. You on point with that?
Yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about, Sweaty. I saw that.
Yeah, he wasn't ashamed either. Most High bless, King.
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually have that clip too. I know who you're talking about, because he thought that they evolved from a different ape, a different monkey. And when they found out that they actually, we have to be careful when it comes to stuff like that. And I think you trying to, you support me, but I got to let you know that they're actually on a more of a broader sense of actually saying that they're related to us too. So what they were trying to do is, he said that they were, I think he was saying the red ape? The great red ape is who they say that they individually evolved from. But they're now saying that they actually evolved from who we evolved from. So when we look at these people, they're actually still trying to say that we come from monkeys and that we evolved. But I know what you're saying. But yes, these so-called Chinese people are actually Hamitic. A lot of them are Hamites. You know what I'm saying? Ham had children of many different ethnicities and different races. They're not all just Africans, like when we say with the Egyptians. They're, they have a slant to their eyes. That doesn't mean that they were looking into the sun. It doesn't mean that they were in incestuous relationships. It just means that they, it's just a genetic trait. And a lot of us was mixing. Our people were mixing with a lot of these Egyptians. So, and it wasn't really anything wrong to mix with the Egyptians either. So the thing is that we have a lot of those traits as well in us. So I just say this to say that just because your skin is lighter
And just because they come from a different race does not mean that they can't be Ham. Like I said, we just don't look at their, they want to say that Ham are the ones that are in Africa and the ones that are outside playing in the dirt. But Ham is not that. Ham are the ones that were, you look at the Egyptians, they were very technologically advanced. I have to tell people that, the Canaanites they beat us, they destroyed us, they ruled over us. They were very sophisticated militaristically, right? They were the ones who we were jealous of them. We wanted to marry them. We wanted to be with them. We fought. We tore our God down to uplift their deity. We lost our way because we married them. That's what it's about. But nobody wants to acknowledge that. Nobody was marrying people that was outside playing with the dirt with bones and stuff and plates in their lips. Nobody wants that. Nobody ever wanted that. That nobody wants to be associated with that. That's not attractive. What's attractive are the people who are living very prestigiously, because remember, when we are down, when we become the tail, they become the head, right? Because you got to think about it. In Deuteronomy 28, the stranger in our land is going to get above us very, very high. Who was the stranger that was within our land? That was the Canaanites, right? Because the Canaanites came in and they lived, we drove them out, but guess what? We didn't drive all of them out. We didn't kill them all off. We allowed them to stay because we showed mercy, because we loved them. We wanted to be with them. And so that's one thing that people have to understand when we talk about these Canaanites and we talk about the Hamites, period. They were very sophisticated people. The Egyptians are very sophisticated. And then when you jump down to the Canaanites, nobody really trumps the Canaanites when it comes to technology, language. The Hittites, for instance, who are also found where in Turkey. They found the Hittites in Turkey. They did not find the Hittites in Africa. They found them in Turkey. And what did the Hittites do? They invented the language that we speak today, right? Hittite word for water is the English word for water. A lot of our language actually comes from the Hittites. So a lot of the Canaanites' language is what we speak today, which is prophesied in scripture, right? We will be speaking the language of Canaan, so it's a lot of stuff,
Oh, that's facts.
And that's what I'm saying, like what Sharshan was saying about the Amoru. That is an Amorite deity. They still worship that deity. It's not in Africa. Amoru is not found in Africa. He's found in the Americas, right? And he's also found in the Mesopotamian area, but he's found in the Americas. So people have to really think about the Sinaites. They're the Chinese. The Hittites are people in Turkey. Those people there in Turkey are the Hittites. And then when you get to the Amorites, think about it. Genesis 15 through 18? It said the iniquity of the Amorites has to be fulfilled. So who is going to be putting the pressure and the pain on the children of Israel? It's the Amorites. And it makes sense because guess where we are? We're in the Amorites' land. I mean, guys, it really is. I mean, when you think about Genesis 15 through 18, he tells you your children are going to go into captivity again. And guess what? The Amorites are going to be the ones who are going to, put this iniquity on them for 400 years. That's in the scripture. Nobody is saying that these aren't black people. I mean, these are these so-called Americans. And what is the American? What word is American? It's called Amurakan, which is an American. It's an Amurukan. So this word American actually comes from Amuru. It's the God. So it all, when we put the pieces of the puzzle together, it is a great, it brings us more out as being the children of Israel. It actually proves us more. But I would love to continue to have this conversation, and people who disagree, I really wish that they would not confound their tongue and actually speak and say what they don't like so that we can get to the bottom of it. But people tend to not want to say anything, or they stay in the chat and they don't want to come up and say anything. And it's not anything offensive. It's just come out and say why you disagree, and we can just generally have a dialogue, a conversation. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be a debate, just a conversation, So
I don't want to take the time up to, this wasn't even supposed to be about me. We're supposed to be talking about something else. But as any time, I always love to teach, I love to provide information, love to provide insight, as always. But like I said, if anybody has any questions, any concerns, you can hit me up on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm Naphtali Israel. And, I got my own channel, Naphtali New School of Thought. I got many videos on the Hittites. I got a video on the Canaanites. I got a video on all of them, breaking down how it pertains to us, breaking it down with scripture, as well as historical and archaeological evidence. So, but I'm thankful that Sharsham noticed that. You saw the immoral on his clothing. You'll see it everywhere. They promote their God. Only people that don't promote their God is us. We're the ones that have a hard time promoting ours. So, but that's all I have to say.
No doubt. Great information, as always.
Hey, did you want to elaborate on this screenshot you sent me? Yeah, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Khan. Yeah, so this is Qanath. So yeah, this is Qanath, so-called Aparium, Captain Kazar. So all those, like I said, all those screenshots that you sent me, Sharsham, I sent to him an access full, right? What about these? You're so apparently your leader and your whole group are harboring pedophiles according to one of your guys testimony. And this guy said this cat got screenshots of fake accounts, like miss me with all that clown. So that's his response to this.
Mm-hmm.
So basically he's having a plausible deniability right now with this situation. And there's actually more I could send, a little bit more.
With the women of,
and then this one.
Yeah, and then he said, "I'm gonna pray you don't get clapped next for slandering a priest, I guess."
But why would he say he gonna pray that you don't get clapped? Like, what makes him say that?
Because on the post, they're talking about the IUIC clapping. The IUIC, somebody got shot, in Kansas City. So he was responding saying, "Is there any proof of that?" When somebody from the title poster, from the original poster, and he said that, yeah, it's true. But this dude said, "I'm gonna pray you don't get clapped next for slandering priests." So, for you to sit up here and say some shit like that, there ain't no priest of the Most High sitting up here, you saying that you hope I don't get clapped. That sounds like a threat, honestly, if you ask me. But I don't know. It's kind of strange because, last month, in Kansas City, that whole little scuffle happened. And then a whole another month later, one of these guys in IUIC gets shot. And apparently, from what I'm hearing, is that they get shot in that same location.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I just had to show you that because I think that them guys are at this point, not even trying to address it right now. It's being brought out.
It makes sense. Trust me, it makes sense.
Hey, Salakia Gad, that's an excellent example of why our people, they know we the people of the book, but this is the reason why they don't want to come out and openly identify as Israelites, because these are the type of embarrassing moments that we have. You can't make this shit up, man. This is why me and my wife tell people we just black people that believe in the Bible, and they got to do some research and figure out who we are, because I'm just tired of being embarrassed.
Oh, this shit is embarrassing, man. You got these fools running around acting like Billy Bat. We're supposed to be a spiritual nation. What we're supposed to be doing is, no matter what sect of Israelites you are, the scriptures have a code of conduct you're supposed to have. And these guys are breaking every single commandment or everything that the scriptures tell us to do. You do adverse to it. it's almost embarrassing. That's like, when I think about this stuff, like me myself, I want to go back out and teach on the street corners. But sometimes, man, I always think in the back of my head, if I go back out there and teach in the streets, is someone going to come up and confuse me with one of these fools in these One West groups and think that, well, this guy, I shouldn't come up to this guy. This dude's probably a crazy child lover like these other guys, man.
Hey, Gad, you better best believe you'll be explaining that y'all not a hate group, and trust me, you'll be explaining all of that. Because when I go out and preach now, I have to explain to people that I don't even know them dudes, man. Straight up. And I don't shame it, and they be walking by hearing me and everything. IUIC and all of them walk by. And I tell them, man, you guys are Israelite devils, straight up. And I don't sugarcoat it or nothing for them. And I let the people know what they own too, man. So you will be explaining we're not a bunch of lunatics like them assholes. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be talking like this on the platform, Qanath, but it's just a passionate and a heated subject because I'm just tired of being embarrassed and having to explain to people that we're not a hate group before I can even show them we the people. I'm just tired of that,
Yeah, man. And you know how many people have told me that they're embarrassed to be, an Israelite right now because of how these guys are moving. And I feel the exact, like what you were just saying, I feel the exact same way. It's like, man, it's hard to even want to, even, I mean, look, you're going to eventually speak to people because people are going to be interested, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like the example, it's like the scriptures tell you to be an ambassadors of Christ, and Christ did not push out the message that these guys are pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's one thing to talk about Esau and certain things pertaining to prophecy, but you out there provoking people. You understand? Like, you got people kissing your boots. You have people sitting up here trying to provoke people to fights and whatnot, and bragging about that. That's not of the Ha Mashayach. Yahawashi did not do these things that these guys are doing right now. That's why, I just, it's crazy. And now we got this situation going. God forbid that ISBK potentially had something to do with this, but but regardless of the fact, it looks bad. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying that this didn't happen down in St. Louis or East St. Louis. It was one of those places where someone in IUIC got shot while teaching, and I guess apparently this happened before in Kansas City that somebody got shot 2 years ago. But coming off of what happened last month with that situation where IUIC and UPK had a little scuffle, a small little scuffle, a little skirmish on that street corner, and someone gets shot. And then now, and then all these other things coming out with this guy sitting up here, promoting pedo. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'm just saying from what I look at it as promoting pedophilia. Calling everybody FAGs, but here it is. Your general, I mean, is flagrant with it. You know what I'm saying, with what he likes to do. And these other guys up in your group, I mean, you're like these guys are really abominable, man. And then you got all these other camps with all these other different situations, adultery, fornication, people coming up missing in IUIC, people dying up in IUIC. You got people just spreading all kinds of manner of hatred. I mean, and I'll just use this as an example. I don't want to be long-winded, but WFI, these guys, a white woman comes up, I guess they were talking to her for a second. She said, "Oh, I got cancer." You know what these fool ass little Negroes did? Excuse my language. But these guys sat up here and said, "Oh yeah, all praise to the Most High." You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. And that's like, man, that's not how you're supposed to, even if she's an Edomite, that's not how you're supposed to be carrying yourself. You understand? Like, that's just embarrassing. They're proving each and every day that these guys are the men that are prophesied to be the false prophets and the false teachers that the scriptures warn us about, especially in the New Testament. But Slakia, that's all I have to say about that.
Wow, what a great example of being lowly and meek. Scriptures tell us, Yahawashi said, learn of me, for I am lowly and meek, right? And you just don't see the lowliness or the meekness when dealing with these dudes. And a lot of times I tell brothers and sisters where I'm at in Minnesota, if they cuss you out, come and get me, and I'll be right out there with the scriptures, and I'll read it, because you guys have the same spirit that the Sadducees and Pharisees had when they followed Yahawashi around. But they don't have none of the characteristics of the elect, because if we go and read it right now in Colossians 3 and 12, you can't recognize none of those attributes and traits in them in their videos. You know, and enough of this, you know, well, they got so many members in their camp, and no, I'm saying something. And I had a dude from IUIC the other day. I tried to take the low road and just be humble with the brother. Like, look, brother, I don't want to hold up your day. I just don't believe who you guys are saying is Israel is all Israel. So then he puffs up his chest and says, well, you can come out there and we'll be raping. And I said, brother, if I came out there and y'all was preaching and y'all was going into the laws of God, I wouldn't even interrupt what you guys are teaching to talk about the reason why I don't believe Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. He said, well, you can come and walk up and you can say whatever you want. His chest was puffed up higher than Alexander after he had conquered the Persians and Medes. And it's just like, wow, man, just when you talk about being Christ-like, I just can't see it in none of them dudes, man. None of them.
Yeah, I don't see it in them, you know.
A lot of it's the fear that's gone and worshiping men and status and being remembered as the loudmouth. You know, I mean, that's what I see. Shawsham, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. We pretty much done.
Hey, don't forget my favorite song. I love it. Peace, family. Most High bless all of y'all. I'm just gonna sit back and chill.
Yeah, y'all can keep going if y'all want to. I'm about to I'm just winding down, and so or if y'all got anything else y'all want to say before I shut it down. It's up to y'all.
I just want to say shalom, peace to y'all.
I just want to say, as always, I love coming on and, chopping up with my family. You email me? Okay, cool. Yeah. Hit me up on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I'm on Instagram too. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to say this because I'm just going to get something off my chest. A lot of people just sit back and they listen to what I say and then they act like they don't hear it. And then deep down inside, they still want to place a Canaanite on a group of people that don't deserve it. And that's not what I'm saying. You put a title on a group of people. I'm really interested in knowing what evidence do you have for these people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's tons of documents, tons of evidence out here to support who the people really are. But you guys, some people are willing to ignore that and keep the stigma on a group of people that does not deserve it. So, like I said, if you guys want to be discreet about it, you can email me, send me a NaphtaliHoda@gmail.com. You can send me. I'm on Facebook, Naphtali Israel. I got my own channel. You can hit me up. But let's try to move forward with the information. Let's try to build with the information. Let's not go back. All right. But anyway, guys.
I got an idea.
Yes.
We can get at that guy who keep doing the videos on us, calling us Canaanites. We can go over there and challenge him then, since he actually want to do it. So
yeah, please let me know when you're ready. Let me know.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit him up and be like, you want to set up a debate, a fair debate? Let's do it. Not on your platform, or you could be on your platform. I think he used Restream though, and we can go over there and FOPE him up, or even take it to a bigger platform.
You know what? We can go over. I don't mind going over there. My husband was just telling me that I need to go hop on Tazariak, go over there with Tazariak and them one day. And I don't know. They probably gonna hang up on me, but that's okay. I don't mind. But the thing is that I'm just tired of the message being set out here. I'm tired of the stigma being on a group of people that don't deserve it, and the people that the information is all that it correlates to, people are refusing to accept it. And you know why? Because that's scripture. That actually is scripture. We have always protected the Canaanites. That's our thing. We refuse to even worship our own God because of the Canaanites. We worship the Canaanite god Baal. We sacrifice our God. We were sacrificing our own loved ones to worship these other people's God. You know, that the Canaanites had kings. We wanted kings, right? That wasn't even our thing. So the thing is like this, you know, guys, look into your heart, look into your mind. If there's a problem or issue that you may have or a question, don't hesitate. I am a teacher, right? I love to teach. I love to, and please, I'm not going to know it all, but I'm going to try, and we can get to the bottom of it. And we can try to finalize what's going on. Sharsham, set it up with these people. Let's go. I'm ready to go. I'm kind of, I'm getting back to myself. I'm ready to get back out there. So,
oh, that's good, Queen. I'm happy to hear that. Definitely happy to hear that.
I'm happy to hear it too. I'm happy to hear it too. But shalom, most high blessed guys. Get a good night. I know it's late. I know it's late for you, Ed. So shalom, most high blessed everybody.
All right, family. Well, shalom. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hold on a second. Thank you, family, for tuning in to Qanath Set the Record Straight for all people's edification. We appreciate everybody. Thank y'all. We love everybody. F.O.P.E. for life. We doing our thing. And stay tuned. Friday, it's gonna be a wonderful class. We're gonna bring it out. And as soon as I get this information with this guy, I'm gonna go set this debate up with Naphtali and this Hispanic guy. And we're going to really see who the Canaanites are. So y'all stay tuned for that, because this is going to be fire. This is going to be fire. Okay? And we love y'all, Israel. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Shalom to all the mods, to whole FOPE, CUC family. Big salute to King Judah, Moshe, Monster Moshe, our brother Adnam, Weezy One Love, Professor Lovely Lady, Midwest Judite, Ayana Coleman, Orca 007, Queen Naphtali, It's Going Black Man Podcast, everybody that came out, Ayamani, Nazbite Rao, everybody. I can't remember everybody, but thank y'all for tuning in. And we definitely appreciate y'all. We're going to keep bringing out this great classes and great content for the people. So, shalom.
Let me talk to you. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna argue. If we acknowledge the problem, then maybe we can solve it, babe. You ain't gotta speak, oh no, please don't bother. The pain too deep between you and me, don't let it go no farther. I respect you like my mother, you love me like your father. We barely knew our parents, so that made our job much harder. By the blind, we both was brought up. No love is what they taught us. We reciprocate the hate we learned, and somehow they still fought us. All we needed was some tender love and care. A crowded room, don't be confused, ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you feel love when you not there. Oh, it ain't fair, you see. I promise I would never push you, never hit you. I will only love you. Yeah. Promise that I got the tat, I'm proving there can never be another. Yeah. Promise that I got your back and we would never let each other struggle. I honor that you got my back, cause you the brain and baby I'm the muscle, so I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They lost some things along the way, but not each other. They call them. You can put the house in your name. I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name. Put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name. Put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change. Never wanna hear you complain. Yeah, now I respect you like my sister. You trust me like your brother. Our friends have separated, but we still ain't left each other. They talk down because they jealous. Move on is what they tell us. When the love is strong, get in your bone. It's known to be rebellious. All we needed was some tender love and care. You call on family, for some ain't none there. Yeah. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. You got that love, it's best you keep it, cause it's real. It ain't fair, you see. I promise I would never push you, never hit you, never disrespect you. Promise that it's ever drama, I'm the one that's coming to protect you. Promise that I got your back, and if you ever feeling any pressure, I honor that you got my back, cause we unstoppable when we together. So I trust you, that's why I love you. Yeah. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They left some things along the way, but not each other. They call us the power. You can put the house in your name. I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name. Put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name. Put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change. Never wanna hear you complain.